here. Anybody wants to join us in the chat, please feel free to jump on and say hi. We're going to start a little later than usual tonight.
Wait, why did I not get on my...
But everybody talk about shells and hang out for a minute.
Absolutely. What's up, Joe? What were we saying?
I was looking at my last pay stub, and
crying.
They only paid me out for 6 days of vacation when they should have done 16. And I suspect there was something about carryover from last year, which is frustrating. All right, we'll have to give them.
Definitely something to look into.
Yeah, that's a lot of free money I would like.
I mean, that's also a lot of days of vacation that might be like, clearly there's a mistake here. 6, not 16.
Clearly,
No,
last year was the perfect year to take vacations. There's so many cool places you could go, so many open travel options.
That's better because I think it still is more down there versus here. It's still still pretty white. I mean, I'm painfully white, but I mean, I'm still glowing quite a bit.
Iridescent.
Yes. I mean, my forehead literally has been used as a bounce in a shot.
I hear that. Can I tell you, I worked the first Star Trek movie. I was brought in as a favor because I knew the casting director. I was brought in because I kind of look like Anton Yelchin, or at least I used to.
Right.
And so I did I was his stand-in and photo double and stuff. And then they brought me back for the second movie, and I couldn't do it because I was tan because I had a kid who was playing the playgrounds all year. So our skin tones were totally different because he was in a photo or film studio for a year, and I was on a playground for a year.
And then the 4 on the left. Yeah, opposite wall, hit all of them. There you go. All right, how does that look for you guys player now?
I mean, it's still basically, I think part of the problem is these overheads that are literally 45-degree angles right down on us.
Yeah.
Maybe try not being so reflective.
How about that?
I'll get right on that.
Just call for the powder girl.
That it's a little better, but it's still pretty blown too, aren't you?
Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense at all.
Are you still looking at your paycheck?
I got
Oh no.
I got 40 hours of regular salary and
40
40 hours vacation carryover. How does that even work?
They gave you 5 days.
Am I no longer able to do math?
Oh no.
A 9-hour, wait. No, that's right, 40 hours a week. So they didn't even pay me. God,
So they paid you 5 out of 16 days. You should add somewhere. That time seems like an HR aspect that they can definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect they're going to tell me something that, well, you're only able to carry over 150% until June, and then you lost it. Except I'm positive I saw 160 hours in carryover before it went to Maine, and that was in addition to. Well, we'll find out. It's just money, guys. The important thing is I'm here with you playing D&D.
I don't know, man. Not having money also makes money important. You're changing jobs though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that until Greg was telling me today. Congratulations!
Oh, yeah.
So, can you talk about it, or?
Yeah, I was working at Friday was my last day at CBS Studios. I'll be joining my old boss, who left CBS Studios 2 years ago, to join him at Endeavor Content, which is the in-house studio that the WME agency owns.
You're joining the dark side.
I'm just well. So because of the whole
Asked him yesterday.
the whole WGA thing, they've got to divest to below 20% ownership. So they own a little bit of my soul, but not the majority of it. So
that's what they want you to think.
No, I mean, that's not giving me a hard. I mean, now that they're forced to do that and they finally caved to it. I mean, Endeavor Content had some. I mean, they were playing the game. Yeah, they were going hard, but that seemed like that would have ended up with the old studio system where it was like.
That's why I mean, there's a lot of
thank you for $5 an hour. I'm so grateful. Please don't shoot me in my sleep.
Yeah. They would have brought back studio fixers.
That was what they were doing.
Yeah.
I've read enough Harry Potter to know what happens when you give away parts of your soul. Just be careful over there.
Yeah, you get to live forever.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. You lose your nose at some point, though. I don't know when that happens.
But I think now that's happened. I think Joe, I'm excited for you. I think they're gonna be a studio in their own right. So getting in while they're changing should be great for you.
Yeah. So it's going to be a ton more work. I'm going to be, what's the title? I am a senior director, business and legal affairs administration. So I'm going to be managing like 30 lawyers. So it's going to be just an absolute shit ton of work. So I was supposed to start this Wednesday, but Endeavor or WME gave the entire company this week off because they're making everybody come back to work next Tuesday full time. So they're like, everybody chillax for a week, relax, distress, and then be prepared to come back in and work in person again. So I just went out this morning.
Lawyers are super easy to manage, right? They take well to authority.
Oh, yeah, especially from a non-lawyer.
They really like being told what to do.
Yeah, they have no problems at all with authority.
Yeah, I think that's a great call.
Or like to argue.
They're not good at arguing.
I think the hardest thing will be to find out who of them went to Ivy League law schools, because I know that lawyers rarely love pointing.
I know they'll never tell you.
It'll be hard to know.
All right. Well, I know we've got Seth waiting on Lauren.
So, Greg, you sound like you're in a bit of a cave.
Do I?
I think your mic's not on.
Talk again, Greg.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you are a little soft.
You're just far away.
Real tech high audio.
Are you using just the both?
What's that?
Using the
No, I'm not using that.
Okay.
I suppose it could.
Because it's not far from you, so.
Yeah, I'm hearing echo. I'm hearing myself live
I can read that.
on like a half second.
Because are we using our mics, or what are we using?
Oh, are you guys muted, or I mean, what do you?
I'm not muted currently. Yeah.
Are you?
No, Paul sounds awesome because he's got his mic on.
How do I have my microphone muted. How do I sound better?
Paul just sounds awesome anyways.
Thank you.
Hey, Matt, how do you sound? Are you using mic?
I don't have my headset mic on at the moment.
So I'll turn yours on. I think.
How about now?
Who's got?
Oh, yeah.
Am I coming in
There's a little bit of feedback there. Buzzing feedback going on.
Who's got a computer mic up?
Yeah. Matt, yours has some feedback, though, so turn it off in between.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Feedback is gone.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Well, you know what? The other thing we could do is we could just put the snowball up. Have everybody use that instead. See if that works.
Is my mic working okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you sound great.
JS Pelta 1 has your number.
He really does. No, I agree wholeheartedly. All right, hold on one second. I don't understand why it doesn't want to. Going into my sound settings here real quick. We will be. It wouldn't be us if there wasn't a technical problem.
Right?
It wouldn't be us at all. Okay, does that help out? Yeah, can you guys hear me now? No?
Yeah.
Does that sound closer or better?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I think that's now I think I'm in my headset.
Oh, good.
Good, because I think it was using the mic on my webcam, which was not that great. Cool. So let me just hear the brutes in the room here real quick, Paulie. Oh, you know what? Let me patch that in, and we'll just fire that up. That might be the easiest thing to do, because it's not even plugged in. Jesus Christ. Not my best night here tonight. Okay. All right. So there we go. We got Lauren now. Yay!
Hello.
Hi, darling.
Hi. Sorry, I'm running late. The baby wouldn't go down.
We understand. We're taking it a little easy tonight ourselves. I know that last night being the closing night of Fringe, I'm flipping exhausted. Let's see. Now it doesn't want to read the snowball. Hell.
If the baby doesn't go down, use less helium.
Amazing.
He's teething.
Oh, pobrecito.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find a babysitter for Wednesday nights because that's when I host trivia. And I think I'm running out of goodwill from my friends and family.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop out of here real fast and just see if I can coming back in if that makes the snowball.
I'll babysit. Does your kid like Legos or guns or swords?
As long as they're not so small he can swallow them. He's 1.
Yeah, you gotta send me an Uber out to Montana.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, I'm in Idaho, so it's not as far.
Oh, maybe. There we go. It wasn't plugged in all the way. Because the... I can't hear you in my headset. I'm gonna put this on a 3. All right. Trying to get everybody in. Damn it.
Can always go in and out on this guy. But...
Yeah, they're 73 hours short on my vacation.
73 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You get a
Sounds
you're
like
in the right.
Okay, everybody turn off your mics in here and let's see how it works on the blue snowball.
Sound great.
We'll project a little bit. You sound good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, you sound really good.
Testing. How do I sound?
Oh, wow. You all sound good.
Okay.
Awesome. All right.
hell?
Well, then, in that case,
Let's
my snowball
do
mic
this.
is working like a charm tonight. Huzzah. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know the old saying. Good things happen. You know, there's the old saying. One day, the Brute Squad will be able to start an episode without 10 minutes of troubleshooting of technical issues. But that is not this day. Wait. Okay. Anyhow. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Greg, and I am your Dungeon Master this evening. Welcome to Brutes in the Shackled City. This was originally going to be episode 40, but instead tonight, this is our unofficial Hollywood Fringe encore performance, as we left off unexpectedly in quite the cliffhanger, with a bit of a dilemma going on. And I'm not going to lie, I have tried to figure out how to plan out tonight's episode, and I can't, because this is all completely a player-driven conundrum. So
I don't know what the issue is. We've saved.
we'll get hold on, Joe. Hold on. We'll get to you in a second. It's okay. Don't worry. You're good. You're gonna get to do a lot of shit tonight, I'm sure. Or not. You know, they might just pipe you down real fast. We're gonna figure it out. But I literally I was not expecting to be continuing this adventure. I mean, even though I had a whole week to plan this, I realized that because of where it got left, there really isn't anything I can plan for. Because how tonight plays out, how these decisions tonight play out, might have very drastic effects on the campaign. So we just have to resolve this, and I'm hoping that it'll be entertaining and interesting.
Are you saying
for an
this
episode.
one? Are you saying this one wasn't all a dream?
No, this one was not a dream. This one. You guys killed the bad. You guys killed all the villains, all the obvious villains, way too fast for this to be a dream. You know, I only get slaughterhouse on you guys when death is not permanent. So anyhow, as I was trying to say, my name is Greg, and I am your dungeon master. I'm a professional dungeon master with Mastermind Adventures. Check us out at mastermindadventures.com. You can book me to run a game like this for you and your friends, and I would love to do that. So I'm starting bookings again in October. This is a great time when you can check me out, check our adventures out, get a feel for, if you think I might be a good DM for you. But reach out to Mastermind, let them know that you want to book me for a game coming up. I'm going to be resuming my West Marches campaign, Secrets of the Barrow Maze, starting in October. That's a massive multiplayer campaign where we have multiple parties of people coming in to explore the Barrow Maze, which is a old school dungeon brought to you by the Old School Revolution. So bring your 10-foot pole and be ready for save or death spells. Like that shit don't fuck around. It's for people who are looking for a real challenge. And then guys like Paul come in with the Turtle Tonys. Paul and Seth come in with joke characters who become legends.
Joke characters? How dare you, sir?
You guys put the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in my campaign world, and then you became the stuff of legend by inventing pizza.
The best characters are bad impressions.
Thanks. I hate it. So, but anyhow, we're going to be resuming that, and then also this Halloween, I'm going to be once again running my my favorite Halloween one-shot. Strahd Must Die Tonight, and that will be a special live stream. I'm going to be putting a cast together for that. I got 2 months to do it. I'm looking to have an epic time as people go vampire hunting, so it's going to be a real blast for that. So that's me. And I'm proud to be the DM of these marauders, these chaos marauders going through and destroying my campaign world, and I love every second of it. So let me go on ahead and introduce everybody else, and we will we'll kick things off. Alrighty, let's start with Nate. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm Nate. I play Lorenzo Lidu the Rogue, and I'm going to join your game, but all group will be artificers who can transform into vehicles of various different kinds.
I love it.
My God.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I hate it, but I love it. But I hate it. All right.
Will you be more than meets the eye?
What if we're artificers that turn into mechanical ponies, and it's all about friendship and companionship as we mess things up?
This just gets better and better.
How about we're a motley crew of various individuals fighting the evil forces of Cobra?
I'm for it.
What if you guys get a van and like a dog?
We can solve mysteries.
I was thinking the A-Team, but then you guys put the dog in there, and that got interesting. So, all right.
Hey, it's an awoken dog, and it has a lot to offer.
Smokes a lot of weed.
Just a shapeshifted druid.
Smokes a lot of weed. All right.
Allegedly.
Anywho.
They were
shapeshifted druid. I like that.
They were very explicit about it in the last live-action movie. So, hey, how you doing, Adam?
Oh, hey, I'm great. So I'm Adam. I play Birch. I'm over on the East Coast time zone, so I miss a lot of the stuff. I did see we were nominated for Best in Immersive End Games at the Fringe Awards. I was wondering if you could catch me up on if I won any of the other awards I was nominated for. Best Actor, Greatest Improv Performer, Most Powerful Remote Player, Best Druid, and Hottest Zaddy. Did I win any of those?
You got the Zaddy one.
Oh, good.
And Lauren actually took home Best Remote Player.
So, well deserved.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yep,
she did have a
absolutely.
song. I did not come with a song.
The vote was 2-0. So, the festival director was very kind to share the votes with me. So,
I appreciate it.
And actually, speaking of Lauren, let's get Lauren up here. How you doing, baby?
Hello. My name's Lauren. I play Tarafirith, the Elven Bard, and I'm here once again with Bob the Mimic.
Yay, Bob!
Tonight with it's a fruited sour from Odell's Brewing called Sippin' Pretty.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It is. Sort of a last gasp of summer.
Apropos. Let's talk to Mr. Matt.
All right, I'm Matt. I play Greysoul, the half-elf cleric warlock of Leira and apparently my celestial dad. And I'm the party healer / crazed schizophrenic.
I just want to point out that we made Greysoul's dead dad his patron before I ever watched Exandria Unlimited. So just don't get on me. Don't at me about that. So actually, we started that whole campaign arc before they did, so they bit off us.
Celestial Dad.
So at them, you're saying.
Wouldn't that be kind of like Ego and Guardians of the Galaxy?
Don't give away
my dad is Celestial Planet. I'm down for that.
Yeah. You know.
Spoilers.
Seriously. Let's talk to Joe. How you doing, bud? Oh, you're muted.
Dude, I am absolutely mesmerized by Adam's blue eyes. His T-shirt. If you want to cut back to him so everybody can admire his beautiful.
Yeah, we gotta respect
so
this.
blue. I just want to drown in them. But
I don't think there's an award for that. I checked.
Yeah, hottest Zaddy, and you won.
Well, there you go. Exactly. Man, those eyes are so blue.
Yeah.
Anyways, I am Joe. When I'm not drowning in Adam's pretty blue eyes, I play Brick, the black scale Dragonborn / barbarian.
Multi-class.
Who is, as previously mentioned, doing the good things, saving lives. You know, like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we would all describe you, doing good things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And we actually have one more player here. Well, first off, let me introduce Al here. Al is this is Sergeant Al Powell, the Snow Cop from A Very Die-Hard Christmas. He's just he's been hanging out here in storage at Studio Stage for 2 years, getting really tired of looking at the same couple of walls. So I've rolled him out, and he's hanging out with us tonight. So glad to have you here tonight, bud. Hopefully there'll be fewer explosions than your normal Christmas fare. But I should also give a shout out. We gotta shout it out to our one erstwhile player who is here, even though he's not on camera or on mic tonight. Who is joining us from Los Angeles International Airport right now? That's commitment, yo. He just landed from he just got back here from Seattle.
Yeah, just flew in from Seattle, and I'm only mildly offended that Sergeant Al Powell got an introduction before me, considering he's inanimate. But that's
time, though. I skipped him on my intro, so I had to give him a little bit of love. But yes, so tell us who you are and who you play, Seth.
Yeah, so I'm Seth Tygeson. I play Seneca Polaris, a Tabaxi wizard, and I am very much on my way. Eventually, that's as good as it gets.
All right, baby. Well, hey, glad to have you here tonight. I appreciate the commitment, and we're gonna let's have some fun. So, last week,
I'll just sit here and not introduce myself.
Oh fuck! How the hell did I forget? It's the shine on the camera. It just wiped out your video completely, and I didn't even see you. So,
Hi, I'm Paul Masterson. I play Sir Feldruucan Vorkrist when I'm not playing a star in human form, given by the amount of light I'm giving off.
I turn these way down. I just want to say.
Sure.
They're at 20% right now, man.
And I'm your local, as I said, Paladin from the Church of Helm, Oath of Vengeance, finding bad guys and dragging them kicking and screaming into the light. Sometimes that means burning up.
Burninating the countryside.
Exactly.
Yep. So, alrighty. And my apologies, Paul. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
That's 100% my fuck up right there.
Now Seth feels much better.
Yeah, Seth, you should feel much better. I remember the guy who's not even on video or and his mic's muted, and I forgot.
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. How are you?
All right, cool. Yeah, baby. Okay, so yeah, we left things in a bit of a conundrum. Oh, somebody knows Trogdor. Yes. Yeah, just Pelto won. Thank you for getting the joke. I sincerely appreciate you. We love to burninate the countryside and burninate the peasants. Burninating all the peoples. Because the dragon comes in the night. Okay. And I'm done. Thank you. So, who wants to recap, actually?
Me.
Yeah, Joe, let's hear Joe's recap, and then we'll have somebody else recap it, too.
How dare you? So we got summoned to Lord Taskerhill's mansion / fortress. He is a very well-to-do, very well-known, very public arms dealer in the city. It's how he's built up his wealth. And he called us there because he wanted to hire the Brute Squad as personal bodyguards. We are in the festival right now, the water festival, and he is, as much as he dislikes to leave his personal residence, he has to go to this party of
the annual Demon Scar Ball, which is the culmination of the annual Flood Festival. Yep.
There you go. And he's concerned because for a number of weeks now, someone seems to have been leaving him threats in the form of dead rats, just like nailed to things, like, shipments coming in, there's dead rats. He even found a dead rat in his bed, in his mansion, and it is a well guarded mansion. They have Goliaths, which are sort of like halfway between a giant and normal man, 8 feet tall, like big burly people, all sorts of hidden snipers and stuff, very well guarded. And so he's very concerned that he's going to go to this ball and someone's going to try to hurt him. So he has hired us for a mere 1,000 gold, but he's also going to donate 5,000 gold to one of the orphanages in town. And so our job was to just hang out with him at this ball and make sure nothing happens. Well, sure enough, something happened. We're there, and then all these like were-rats or something attack. They're attacking the party and stuff, and we were already in a corner. We were in a fairly protective position as it was, and so some of the other Brute squads go out and start just murdering these rats, doing the good work that needs to be done. Brick took this opportunity to grab Lord Taskerhill and jump out a window to safety, and he was followed by Feld and cat person whose name I forgot.
Seneca,
there we go. So yeah, so as the story continues, there's still a fight waging in the ballroom, though the rest of the Brute squad seem to be doing a pretty good job of murdering the were rats, and then outside in an abandoned area of the grounds are me, Brick, Lord Taskerhill, Feldruucan, and Seneca. So yep. The plan right now is to get Lord Taskerhill to safety, or go back and help fight, or something. Who knows? So there you go. That is exactly what happened. Nothing has been left out. 100% accurate.
Who? Anybody else have anything they want to contribute to?
I recall one thing that was left out.
In character.
Well, it sounded like you were thinking out loud in the moment when you had Taskerhill in the corner saying, like, if I use my acid breath, that'll be obvious that I melted this man.
That was out of character. You didn't hear that. That was my internal monologue.
See the murder in your eyes.
Well, where we left off, Taskerhill's on the ground after Brick grabbed him and jumped with him through a window and dropped 2 stories to the ground. Brick took the damage and actually was completely unharmed by this. Hello, Kitten Gamer. Thank you for joining us tonight. And big shout out to Amazing Auto, Kitten Gamer, JS Pelta. Thank you all for chilling with us tonight, and Templar Leif. Glad to see all you guys rolling with us tonight. And then anybody else who is here, please chat with us. You guys are all across different channels. Oh, and Nat's here too. Hey, Nat. Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us this evening. So excited to have you all. So yeah, now you guys can see some shit happen, I think. So where we left off was a standoff. Brick is standing over a prone Lord Taskerhill.
Rick was very defensive.
A standoff is a very hard word there,
Something
DM.
nefarious might happen.
Across, standing across from him are Seneca and Feldruucan, both a little suspicious.
I'm unusually stoic in this moment.
Yeah.
Unusually stoic in this moment. Noted. All right. So Seneca is unusually stoic after trying to lightning lure your ass off of him. So.
Yeah, this is also, you forgot to say, Feldruucan and company have been a little bit suspicious about when Brick, who never is one to talk, was very excited to go and get close to Lord Taskerhill and talk with him, which has been one of those kind of strange things.
In Feldruucan's defense, Brick has spoken to him before, and Brick does indeed have some sort of beef that he has not gone into details with Feld.
Yes.
So
all you've said is it won't be a problem. And
it won't be a problem. Exactly.
Yeah.
It won't be a problem. That said, our job is to protect him. I got him out of danger. I got out here, and that's a very important thing that Greg mentioned. Yeah. So I got Lord Taskerhill out of danger, and the next thing I know, my buddy is trying to lightning lure my ass across the yard. And I got pissed and was like, what the hell? And Feld was like, what? And Seneca was like, what? And I was like, fine, let's get him to safety. Jesus. And that's where we left it. I was getting Tasker up. I was pushing him to safety. My jerk friend was twirling his lightning lure around like some sort of hippie. I don't know. I'm a little pissed off.
You keep saying Tasker kill. Is that a Freudian slip?
Tasker Hill. I didn't say Tasker kill. I said Tasker Hill.
We have this recorded, you know.
What you choose to hear.
Hey, Seth, work your magic.
Yeah. Anywho, moving on. So where are we?
So you guys are standing off, and you, as I recall, Feld, you basically gently but firmly suggested that he step away from the prone nobleman.
That sounds about right.
He wasn't unconscious, Greg, right?
That's correct. He's not. He is not unconscious. He's dazed right now because he just dropped 20 feet, and you took the brunt of that fall. By the way, for someone who just fell, granted it's only 20 feet, but he is completely unharmed.
I will help Lord Taskerhill to his feet and say, Lord Taskerhill, we need to get you to safety. We're gonna take you away. You said last week, right, we're like in the backyard, right?
You're in the back corner in an alley that seems to be oddly overlooked by security here. He looks at you very, very, very suspiciously all of a sudden. He's actually looking at this entire standoff very suspiciously all of a sudden, and he does not take your hand. He gets up himself and takes a step back and says, "What's going on here, gentlemen?"
No time to talk. Trying to get you to safety. Where's your closest group of reserve guards, who I'm sure are nearby waiting for you?
Well, if this is the back alley, they'd be around the front. Well,
let's move. Brick, you take point. I'll run personal security. Seneca, stick to the shadows.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure.
Brick will take lead. I assume we still hear the sounds of fighting from indoors, Greg? Is it dying down, or is it still loud and people are screaming? And
I would say that there's still chaos going on up there, but for the moment, combat upstairs is over. Now it's just the screaming of the wounded.
I'm done killing people up there.
Yeah, you pretty much murdered the shit out of everybody up there.
I think we all did.
Fucking moonbeam.
Well,
you just ruined my night with that.
Between the moonbeam and some Breath of the Gods, they got melted pretty darn quick.
Hold on 1 second. I'm not even. Man, where is my head tonight? I wasn't even logged into Roll20. I was ready for some serious RP here. Hold on a moment.
Can I check on the mayor in the room? He was in there, wasn't he?
Yeah, the mayor was in there. Yeah, as you guys, let's cut to upstairs real quick. So
Meanwhile,
you guys have managed, meanwhile upstairs, you guys have managed to finish off all of the were-rat invaders upstairs.
I'm going to yell out to the room if anyone's hurt.
You hear the sounds of people yelling and crying in agony from the southeast corner where you saw the first group of rats. The ones before you nuked the hell out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question, DM.
Yes, sir.
So when those were-rats were in the moonbeam and when they died, did they go back to their human form?
That is an excellent question.
Moonbeam does shapeshift them.
The moonbeam does forcibly shapeshift them, but typically into their... Does it shapeshift them into human form, or does it shapeshift them? Let me look at this real fast. I'm trying to remember.
It shifts them into a human.
Yes, I'm a terrible DM. I only have.
A shapeshifter makes a saving throw with disadvantage.
Yep.
If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form.
It can't. Okay, so yes, these were reverted back to their human form. And you can see that, for the most part, it looks like it was the waitstaff.
Ooh, an inside job.
You can also see that some of these people bear the tattoos of dock workers and sailors.
I have questions for the hiring department. Can I go to the southwest corner, wherever the cries were?
Yes, you can. So as you go down there, you see that there have been a few people who were, looks like people have been suffered slashing, claw attacks, and other wounds. Mostly superficial because you managed to defeat these the invaders before anything got to be too bad. The Stormblades have already started triaging and trying to get through, sort through the injuries. And one of them, Zach, whom you recognize as your performing partner from the reenactment of the founding of Cauldron, looks to you and says, "These folks here are mostly superficial. Over here are the critically wounded ones. What can you do to help?"
Plenty. Show me. What am I looking at?
You do see someone who actually looks like they had been stabbed in the gut. You see someone else who's been slashed across the neck. Like these are, most folks got superficial wounds that are, grazes and scratches, but these do look to be life-threatening.
I'm going to yell out for Greysoul. Not sure if he's up here with me or down below.
I'm right in the center with my spiritual weapon.
Greysoul, put that away and get over here.
I will not. I go over there.
I'm going to drop my moonbeam so I'm not frying whoever accidentally steps into it. And I will gladly just do a couple first level cure wounds on the first two I see.
Okay. So you start going through a working healing. Give me a wisdom check.
Oh no, they were bitten?
Well, I don't know.
Sorry, let me not. It's not my wisdom you're asking for.
You want my wisdom check?
Yes. Anybody who's actually healing people.
Big old 14 from me.
All right. Nate is definitely not someone who is healing people.
Nope.
I don't always travel with a bodyguard, but when I do, it's often.
So, Greg.
Yeah.
Out of character question. So, is that, depending how you want to work this, is that because, again, I'm not sure what the reaction would be. Is that something that I could ask him out of character, or within the world of the game, like I wouldn't know and I need to just roll the dice on that?
I think you would just need to roll the dice on that, but
okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 10 for my wisdom check. Can I?
Yeah, you guys look around and
Mine was 14.
Birch and Tara, Greysoul, you're just like, you're taking care of the scratches and going through the superficial stuff and, healing point, just tap. Birch, you and Tara both realize that these were were-rats, and you recognize that now suddenly you're looking for bites. And let me ask you, high or low?
Go ahead, Tara.
Low.
Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 50.
40.
You find that there is an elderly gentleman dressed in noble finery who looks like he actually did take a wound to the neck that does not appear to just be a standard claw. This was not a slash. This was looks like a bite.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Would cure wounds do anything, or is that
No,
not enough? Do you know?
he needs something beyond our abilities.
I
We can-
know that just healing it isn't enough.
Doesn't Seneca have something?
No, I don't think any of us are powerful enough yet. I'm gonna tell the old man his situation. Look, I can help you with your wounds, but you've been bitten. You need a healer who's stronger than me.
Go to church.
Go to church. You need to be restored, or it's going to be bad. I mean, you might.
The guy turns white. He's hearing this and he turns white as a sheet. And he's like, "Is that why I have the sudden craving for brie?"
Yes.
That's normal.
Yeah, we all have that. That's definitely not.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know that we should limit this to just people with deep wounds. I mean, anything superficial.
Do you think everyone should strip down?
Well,
I don't know where you're going with that.
Should we do a body check on everyone real quick?
Try to.
Can we send for?
Lycanthropy setting into anybody that was injured tonight.
Can we send for the Church of Helm and have somebody come to help? Because it sounds like a.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys could send. It might not hurt to send a runner, because the thing is that these guys did manage to whip some chaos, and thankfully there weren't. How do you feel about cheese in small spaces? Cap, okay, that's an option. That I suppose that could be.
I don't know what dentists have to do with it.
Are we looking? Are we looking for cheese? What?
Yeah,
I'm totally lost.
This is some very suspicious cheddar, sir. What is it doing in this cavity?
Loot Crater Academy. Because I'm not there, so.
Yeah, so I took off two spell slots, Greg. I assume I healed 2 people, but
cool.
The one that's bit, there's not much I can.
And actually, as you guys examine around,
can I do a medicine check to see if I can differentiate scratches and bites?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Lorenzo brings up a good point. We may be going into another Brutes Anatomy episode now.
Yep, let's fire up the Brutes Anatomy team.
Yes, I think we should.
Now screening at onlybrutes.com.
I think we should.
As you're looking, you kind of nod sagely at all the wounds, but you're having trouble telling the difference between a slash and a pierce.
I'm still high on the murder.
Yeah. But you do bring this to everybody's attention. And give me a high or low. High. Okay. 1 in 60.
31.
31. Okay. Yeah. You are looking around and you can't tell if there's anybody else that's been bit, but you have the one guy, and that's going to at least be a lesser restoration on that guy to try and clear that. Yep.
Or remove pierce or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to grab the mayor, not physically, but like just make sure he wasn't bit or anything.
He actually they didn't get to him.
Okay.
The funny thing is that they left the mayor, who was on the podium on the dais speaking. They left him alone completely. They immediately started going after the noble families within reach. This was not an assassination.
Yeah.
This was not an assassination. This looks to be more of an act of terrorism. Oh boy!
So it was really more for the effect.
Ooh. You guys don't think this was a distraction from something else bigger, do you?
If it is, we took it hook, line, and sinker.
We sure did. What is left being unguarded right now, guys?
The rest of the city.
I mean, all the noblemen are here. We're here.
Okay, who's in the chat right now dropping puns? Rocks fall and dies on all of you. You all
It's
die.
not us.
You all die.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
My
And the whole
hands
chat is
right
dead.
here.
The whole chat is dead. Okay, the DM declared that the chat is dead. That I have declared it. All right.
Greg is not fondue of puns.
Oh, well done, Otto. I thanks. I hate it. I'm gonna be in Boston, man. I'm gonna find you. Oh, speaking of which, we're not playing on the 20th because I'm gonna be in Boston. So I'm actually gonna be flying to Boston in that moment. And although Seth is like awesome because he is joining us from the airport, I will not be joining us to run this at 30,000 feet. Sorry.
You're not going to DM for the airport? Come on.
Well, I wish I could DM from the airplane, but I don't know if I could support the stream. That's the
I'll
trick.
run it for you, Greg. We can have a shopping session.
Airplanes are notorious.
We're going to have Al DM instead in your absence. He will usurp your chair, and it'll be a one-shot run by Alpal.
Yes, Sergeant Al. That's the real reason why he's sitting here is because he's going to be ready to run the next game. But hey, JS Pelta, thank you so much for yes-anding me. I appreciate that. You can die at my table anytime. Hey, that's my new sign-off right there. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so as you look around, going, wait, could this have been a distraction? What was left unguarded? What's going on in the back alley?
Oh, are we back to the back alley?
Yeah, we're back to the back alley. What's going on?
Meanwhile,
Oh man. So Brick stops moving and turns around. He's had his weapon drawn this entire time. Obviously, we're guarding him. And he turns to Seneca first and says, "You should leave. I need to have a discussion with Feld alone."
Well,
Lord Taskerhill, why don't you come with me?
No, Lord Taskerhill is going to stay here with me.
What is this about, Brick?
I'm happy to tell you after Seneca leaves.
This is all
I'd
very
be happy
strange.
to leave if you allow him leave to do so with me.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. That's
Then
fine.
you have an audience of 3.
That's an audience is one way to describe it.
I'm going to pop a divine sense to make sure that I don't feel, basically doing a spot check to make sure I'm not feeling any evil or any reason that I shouldn't be protecting Lord Taskerhill, that I don't get any sense of like, this is a bad man.
Oh, well, then divine sense isn't going to help that because that's basically just demon detector.
Well, you can do an insight. You can detect good and evil as an action.
You're reading 3rd edition on that, man. That was the evil radar.
Peach, I think it's for the current. As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of the next turn. You can see anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
I will tell you this. You definitely detect a sense of evil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
a good time to call back the lawyers in the Ivy League and be like, "Excuse me, I am your Ivy League lawyer. I went to the Blue Crater Academy and I know all the rules here."
Yeah.
Greg, I just whispered to you real quick.
Yep.
Just want to make sure I'm playing this accurately. Oh, both? Okay, because I was the first half I was less than that to begin with.
Yeah.
It's okay. So that's
but that, you know.
okay. No, that's fine. That can work because he's not going to get justice otherwise. All right. So I Brick straight up just ignores Seneca from this point on, and he turns to Feld and he says, after we left War College, I joined up with mercenaries, and a mercenary group isn't the right name. What were we calling it, Greg?
Cell swords.
Yeah, it was a part.
Is that the?
It was a private army.
Private army. Feld, after I left War College, I joined a private army, and that's where I've been for the last however many years has passed since we last saw each other.
Tasker Hill suddenly is looking at you with like, oh shit look on his face. Yeah.
And yeah, so at this point, I'll stop looking at Feld, and I'm just gonna keep eye contact with Lord Tasker Hill for the rest of this conversation. And I say, the reason I showed up in the Shackled City is because I left that private army, and I left that private army because the last job that we took was to protect a group going into a mine. We were hired to guard this mine, and we were double-crossed, and every single one of us, except for myself, was slaughtered. We were betrayed by the man who hired us, who is this man, Lord Tasker Hill, and I'm going to kill him. The question is whether or not you're going to allow it.
So,
now, I know, Feld, what you're going to say. You're a decent, good, law-abiding individual, but you must know that you're well aware of his stature. You're well aware of his position in the city. There will be no justice if I do not take it for myself and for my brothers who were murdered and betrayed. So your options are this, Feld. I hope that you understand why I'm doing this and you will allow me to do this. If you don't, I get it, but it's still going to happen. So either you and Seneca need to leave now, or we're going to pick a fight, and it's not a fight that you're going to win.
Well, so for the viewers at home, I rolled an insight to see whether or not
oh shit,
Joe was telling the truth, which was a natural 20.
Yep, everything he said is true.
Yay for the natural 20. For the second part.
So Greg, let me into sort of for role playing purposes, I'm gonna just to backstep that sort of monologue and sort of step in. I'm going to name drop the name of the group so there's no confusion here, and say, my troop Black Fang, or was it Black Talon? I think it was Black Fang. Black Fang.
I think we had used Black Fang. Yeah.
So, what reaction does Tasker Hill have to any of this being said?
He's gone. He ran away 3 minutes ago.
No, he's actually stuck in a. You guys, let me set the scene here. You guys are actually in a rather narrow passageway behind the building, and he is trapped between Feldruucan and Brick, essentially, and Seneca is behind Feldruucan at this point. But this is a very, very tight space. He has nowhere to go. He's kind of like now kind of moved off to the side up against the wall, but it's still a very narrow passageway. And he, at the mention of the company, with your insight, you do see a twitch that kind of gives away that he knows exactly what Brick is talking about.
With my history of 12, Is there any sense that Black Fang is any sort of bad? What do I know about Black Fang?
They were basically they were a relatively neutral group of basically an army for hire. You know, like they were used sell swords essentially. A lot of folks out of War College went into to the service here, and they were, you know, it's not the French Foreign Legion. Right.
But I always imagine, like, you know, you have recruiters come to college, right? Or recruiters come
exactly.
to school.
So a number of other Dragonborn joined Black Fang.
Yes. Matter of fact, it was founded by Dragonborn.
Oh, fuck.
The Black Fang.
Okay.
Hence Black Fang. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is that on Tasker Hill's trying to have a poker face right now, but with your nat 20, you could see the twitch in his eye as Brick name drops Black Fang, and
gotcha.
Yeah, that's kind of like Tasker Hill says, I don't even know who you are. And that name means nothing to me.
You're lying.
Now you obviously have a threat here. What are you going to do about it?
You're either going to give me a reason or give me a reason. I say very coldly to him.
I paid you to protect.
I will return the money to your mansion when I'm done. Or no, better yet, you know what? I'll give the money to your daughter. I'm sure she can put it to much better use.
Oh, that's so bad.
I'm all here for the Paladin of letting someone get murdered.
What? Why are you rolling attacks?
What do you do, Paul?
So the Oath of Vengeance Paladin, who was just told that he could be bought after finding out that he's trying to lie to his face about killing a whole bunch of Dragonborn, smashes this fucker in the face. Not Brick, Tasker Hill.
Well, this was an unexpected turn of events, kids.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I didn't see that coming. Okay.
Those of us upstairs are just like, we did it. We protected everybody pretty well, guys.
You guys are up there triaging everything.
We're going to get paid so much.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Out of curiosity, Paul, what? Just for my personal knowledge, out of character, what's your alignment?
I am neutral good.
Oh, okay, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Too.
You painted a good picture.
You crack him in the face, and he just stands there. His bell is completely rung. He's dazed, and slowly blood starts to trickle down his forehead. You split his forehead wide open, and you heard that mace hit his skull with a sickening crack. He's standing, but clearly on Rubber Leg Street at this point.
I'm going to step away from him.
Brick is going to turn from taking this as a sign that he can proceed. He's going to turn to Feld and Seneca, acknowledge him again, and say, "The two of you should leave. You shouldn't be here for this."
I was never here.
Seneca?
Your name's written on your mace that you hit him in, so it says your name backwards on his forehead.
Feldruucan's mace.
I don't have my character sheet with me. Can you remind me what weapons I have shy of my quarterstaff?
What are you doing, Seneca? I can check for you.
Tell you once you can give me that information.
Being a good guy.
Yeah.
You're a wizard.
Playing true to his character. Which is unfortunate, because I really don't want to murder him.
Yeah. You're...
Somebody, does anybody know the answer?
Good role-playing, Paul. Have a trophy.
We're looking.
Or
We're
an
looking.
inspiration point.
Appreciate it.
have an inspiration point.
My concern, Paul, was because you were a paladin. I just assumed that like you were like lawful, like maximum goodness, and this was going to end up in a fight because you morally wouldn't be able to.
Oh no! Well, I think I can take you, especially in lycanthropy, etc. But
what lycanthropy? What are we? What? Who said anything about lycanthropy?
No, especially Oath of Vengeance kind of shifts you usually to neutral good, or you basically can. But you can do evil acts in law.
Oh, using the spell changes your alignment temporarily?
Well, yeah, as Anton says, lawful good doesn't mean stupid doormat, but Oath of Vengeance means you will do its greater good. All things for the greater good.
So Seneca, I'm going to recommend not doing anything. You have a staff, a small knife, a shovel, a quarter staff, a pot like an iron, a little bag of sand, a little bag of sand, an ink pen. This isn't going to help.
Yeah. The small knife is like the kind of knife I use to be able to cut the quill in order to make it sharp and well pointed for a pen. If I recall correctly.
Common clothes, a book.
So that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm going to take my quarterstaff and I'm going to stab my little knife into it. I'm going to just go ahead and leave those things right in front of Tasker Hill, and I say, "Now you're armed." And I walk away.
You guys are the goddamn best. Brick's heart is going to grow 3 times as large as soon as the rage calms down.
That's one of two things.
So Tasker Hill, with blood pouring down his face, looks at Brick with stark terror in his eyes, turns to you guys as you turn to leave, and he says, But we had an agreement. You can't just.
I would unite with anyone to do good and no one to do evil.
Snap. Nice.
All right, Brick, how do you want to do this?
Well, it depends. So are Feld and Seneca going to be out of sight before Tasker Hill goes for the weapon or does something? That's what's going to trigger. If they're gone,
they're leaving, and he's looking down at these weapons like he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Okay.
And he watches them. He's like, "You're really going to leave me like this?"
You left yourself when you chose the path of darkness.
All right. Well,
as they depart, he looks at you, Brick, and makes a move for the quarterstaff.
Okay, I'm gonna transform.
Okay.
And you can, I'm gonna transform. We're gonna kick it.
Tell me how you do it, baby.
So I mean, I assume it's a mental control thing. So
it is now. You have spent.
As a barbarian, right? So I've been getting pissed off having the guy I've been hunting for years in front of me, and my rage has been slowly building up, and it officially kicks in here. And as we mentioned previously, we are all in costumes at this point. Obviously we had our armor and stuff underneath, but we were in costumes for the ball. That immediately shreds. You can see pieces of cloth tearing off my skin as my body enlarges, elongates. My arms grow just uncomfortably long. My face starts. Dragonborn already have sort of like snouts, right? But it gets much more elongated. It's just creepy. Like everything's out of proportion. Where you can see where the robes, the costume have sort of fallen off my body as I've been bulking up here. You can also see the armor cracking and stuff and see just the black scale beneath. That the scales are starting to pull apart as little tufts of fur start growing out in between the crevices. And by the time that I lunge for him, you could clearly see that it was some sort of lizard creature, just due to the size. You could probably guess that it was a dragonborn, but it is clearly malformed, hideous. Like there's something horribly, horribly wrong here. And just completely silence, no noise, just claws and teeth, and rip them into as many small pieces as I possibly can.
You rend and tear his flesh away with each swing, with each bite. Witnesses afterward will say that they have never seen such savage butchery in their entire lives, and this is the kind of stuff that will give people nightmares. He doesn't even have a chance to scream. That's how quickly you pounce upon him, because the first thing you do is you rip out his throat. So all you hear is this gurgle, this sickening gurgle as bodily fluids come pouring out of his neck, and then just you literally eviscerate him, shoving punching your clawed hands, your elongated clawed hands through his chest, through his stomach, ripping limbs apart. The man is savagely decimated. No resurrections this time.
Indeed.
Sickening gurgle. Got a lot. Chat's blown up.
Yep. Yeah. So it is utterly merciless. And Seneca and Feld, I will say that you hear all of this from your spot around the corner.
Feld, do you think, and this is sort of out of character, I'm just thinking this through, either as Dragonborn or as graduates of War College, I feel like, I don't know, I'm wondering if I should be taking something from the corpse, in an attempt to honor my fallen comrades, if I should be taking something back to where they were slaughtered and leaving it there, or making a sacrifice. Do you know, of your knowledge of D&D with the Dragonborn, do we have any sort of rituals or things that we would do in such a case?
Anton's going
here's for a
necklace. That's a what is it? Apocalypse Now. As far as I know, not really, because we don't tend to actually go for any sort of religion or anything that isn't it's weird. It's almost kind of weird that I'm a paladin.
Okay, that's fine.
If you had a thing within Black Fang, maybe, but I think it would just depend on whether you're the quiet professionals or whether you're the ones who make a point of things.
Yeah. No, okay. I was just curious if I should be adding some flavor there. So, Greg,
I'm going to say that what do you think Black Fang used to do, or what do you want to do to honor them in this moment?
I don't know. I don't know. The first thing was sort of doing a pilgrimage, taking a skull or something back to the mine where they were all slaughtered, and going back and for me anyway, showing them that I had done what I had promised, right? This is the skull of the guy, that killed you, and then I, crushed him.
My bad pitch would be that for a race that survived extinction and slavery by the dragons, that they would be the quiet professionals, where if you took something, it'd be something that nobody would recognize except for those who would recognize it, where it's kind of Mossad-esque, of where it's maybe we did it, maybe we didn't.
So like a specific bone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll think of that. But in the meantime, Greg. So basically, what's going to happen here, unless you want to intercede with stories, mauling will commence, mauling will end, heavy breathing, slowly coming back, changing back to normal form, and then assuming that no one has showed up, there's not sounds coming, Rick will grab Seneca's staff, a knife, and any pieces of armor that had fallen off of him, and head the opposite way to that alley and see if he can get off the grounds without being seen.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
All right. Stealth check, you're funny.
Well, you aren't in your armor anymore because it's all broken away due to your shift.
All right. Well, I'm all right. Well, okay. Well, then.
Meanwhile, I'm upstairs telling all the nobles that the Brute Squad can provide this kind of safety to you and yours as well. If you ever need protection or you are in danger, as you can see, we took care of all these people pretty fast. You can always call on the Brute Squad. We're here to help at a price, of course, but we're very good at protecting those who hire us.
And people are taking your cards, by the way. They absolutely
Wonderful.
are. Yeah.
Good,
So
good.
you know. Oh yes. Oh.
So yeah. So Greg with
and the Stormblades are just stewing. They're feeling like they got one up tonight, big time. So
the D&D Beyond auto, because I still had the armor equipped in D&D Beyond, it did with disadvantage. So I don't know if it automatically does left to right or just takes the highest number first.
Yeah, well, no, it's left to right, and so
okay. So then the 16 was the first one.
Take the 16. Yep. So you as I recall, you're basically finishing this guy, taking your trophy, and going off into the shadows and running away yourself, right?
Yes. Again, I'm grabbing Seneca's staff and knife. And any obvious bits of armor that I may have dropped, so there is not a clear indication. I mean, I suspect the captain of the guard will know, but beyond that, like I can sell it as like it was were-rats tore him up.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Brick escapes into the night, and you are relatively unseen. With all the chaos, because as with this happening so fast, most of the guards that were outside are now pouring into the ballroom upstairs, and suddenly everybody upstairs is overwhelmed with people looking to triage and take care of the wounded and you know, like fend off. You know, you have guards kicking the doors in, heavily armed, and you know, looking for a battle and finding the fight already over. The Lord Mayor stands up and shaking clearly, and he looks about and says, "Is everyone all right? Is everyone okay? What happened? Who are these monsters that would dare that would dare attack us in such a fashion?"
Well, clearly they're were-rats.
Where rats?
Yeah, the people who turn into rats.
I'm so jealous you don't know what those are.
Well. Yeah, well, that's the spin-off. That's the Tuesday night group now. So the Tuesday night group's going to start hunting the Monday night group, and this is going to be good. All right. So, where rats? Why? Please continue taking care of the wounded. I must go. And the Lord Mayor, stunned, kind of.
Lord Mayor, wait, before you go.
Yes.
They're wearing waitstaff attire. You might want to look into whoever hired the waitstaff for this event.
Oh.
Yeah, they infiltrated the.
This is from the inside.
The waitstaff.
Maybe we should go looking back and see if we're gonna find a bunch of dead wait.
Yeah, he.
Oh right.
It is still very, very like not with it. You know, traumatized by the savagery that he just witnessed in front of him. He just like thank you. I will do just that. I will look into that in the morning. For now, I must retire. And he stumbles over to a seat and like sits down, clearly overwhelmed by everything because this is, an act of terror, but also a very politically motivated one, as they were yelling about death to the mayor and down with taxation. And just, he's more than a little freaked out.
I'm going to kind of stay close if
Okay.
no one else needs my healing right now.
You guys have managed to triage and heal most of the wounded. You have identified. Hello.
I'll go. Hi.
Okay, pick a number between 50 and 100.
65.
You guys have managed to identify 2 bites. One was the one that you previously identified, and you find one more out of the group. And you have them set aside, and there has been a runner sent for to the Church of Helm for assistance. Hopefully, someone can deal with these wounds and cast a lesser restoration.
I can do lesser restoration. I think they need remove curse, and I
Remove
don't
curse,
have
yeah.
that ability.
Yes, correct. That's the one. Pardon me.
I don't deal in curses, but if you find someone who does.
Okay.
Meanwhile, maybe tie yourself up at night. Maybe don't go anywhere. Maybe stay here. Stay here.
Blue Crater Academy?
No, it's a cleric spell.
Remove curses?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cleric spell. So that's something that they do. It's a third
wizard,
level spell.
warlock,
So you need like a 5th level
warlocks,
cleric.
paladins, and clerics. Gotcha.
High Priestess Jenya can cast it.
All right.
They have sent for High Priestess Jenya, and she arrives after a little while, and first off comes to you and Greysoul and compliments you both on your battle healing. Zach from the Stormblades is looking a little butthurt because he's like, I did some healing too. She's like, yes, I'm sure you did. Yes. But she specifically mentions that everyone who is wounded should be triaged, and not triaged, but everyone who is wounded should be probably quarantined if you're concerned about were-rats, because you don't know. You don't want to miss a case. So at least until morning, when she can start casting remove curse on people, and she's like, it's going to be a long, busy day.
We would like to keep you temporarily in this freedom cell.
Yes, precisely.
Meanwhile, down on the streets.
Which, I was actually just about to cut back to you guys. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, we got to split the party more often. It's going great for us.
Yeah.
We're like getting a parade for being heroes of the city. You guys are massacring people in alleys.
Phil, what are you Seneca up to?
Well, I think we went a ways off.
Yeah, you guys went a ways off.
But I mean, not so far that we weren't hearing what I imagine was pretty loud out there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you didn't hear any screaming because you went for the throat first.
Sure, but the sound of flesh ripping apart is a pretty different sound than
And so you're looking about and you're realizing that most of the entourage of guards and stuff that you saw outside that was ordered to stay outside is now inside and upstairs. You hear that all that chaos has moved upstairs in light of the attack on everybody.
Right. I think once there was a bit of quiet, we would move kind of back towards the body and kind of put 2 and 2 together. Like, I think I had some suspicion about what was going on with Brick, and there's only a couple of things that I think, in knowing Brick, that would make him think that he could take me. As I kind of said. So I think it's kind of between our two noggins, between Seneca and I, it seems pretty clear what's going on now. I mean, he's been disappearing at night, torn up bodies, some weird stuff going on. The fact that we had some bites in that bathhouse.
Well, the bathhouse
definitely fought were-rats.
The bathhouse where you guys fought a bunch of were-rats and a couple of you got bit, and you only remember that Greysoul got bit.
I think, now it's seeing the body, et cetera. I don't know how much of a investigation check we need to do to kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Well, your botch isn't going to be good enough to.
Great, which is why then based off of that, I'm going to use my inspiration for which is
the
sort of
inspiration point. Oh, is that? Oh,
Jiminy Cricket, man! I've only been here for real for like 10 minutes. I've rolled one time, and I botched that hard. Huh?
And you're picking right up where you left off. I love it.
There you
So
go.
that's right. Well, I've got a dirty 20.
The dirty 20. Okay. Yeah, it's as you're looking around at all this, as you're looking around at the situation, you're standing there with Seneca, and it comes into sharp relief.
Yeah.
Okay. That clearly, and actually, the funny part is Joe. I'm gonna tell you what you've been up to on those nights when Brick was disappearing at night. Yeah. So it was about a 10-day ago. You had 3 or 4 nights of a full moon. This is relatively immediately after you guys managed to beat the were-rats in the bathhouse. You managed to save Greysouls. Actually, give me a round of Arcana checks. Anybody who's arcanely inclined.
Not me.
Yeah,
Doing super great today, guys.
People who are there, I assume.
Seneca, I will tell you this. You know that after the first full moon, after a bite, the curse is irreversible. It would require death and resurrection.
Really?
Yeah.
Sidebar on that. Is that a house rule that you are ruling, Greg, or is that a reading of the rules?
This is my world, motherfucker. And
Copy. You got it. That's it. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I informed Joe of this when he got bit.
Oh yeah, no, he gave me the choice, and I thought it would be far more interesting and reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, A, far more interesting, and B, I think Brick would consider it a reasonable tool to have in his arsenal for this specific job. So
here's how it went down, and it's pretty much like you think. The animal instinct inside of him took over the first couple of nights. And he wound up leaving his bedroom in a restless state, but shifted with the moon, and at first, legitimately did not remember anything. I mean, waking up in the back alley with those slaughtered members of the Last Laugh, that was truly the animal inside. Brick has no memory of what happened there, but as he and the beast and within learned to coexist over time, yeah, it's clear that he began getting more and more control over his power and embracing it, as it were, and took the opportunity to recruit an army, or to recruit a small force for a purpose. Yeah, you're looking at all of this, and it's like, click.
So when I
Oh
boy. So when I extended my senses out from my divine sense, did I also then basically detect evil off of Brick? Is this in your world? Has this not forced his alignment to shift?
This does.
It did. I went from
forced alignment shift. Yes.
I went from neutral good to lawful evil. And I'm, in fact, reading up on lawful evil right now to make sure I play him properly going forward.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so 2 things. 1, you ever seen those cool videos, those like laser things where they like clean stuff up, and you're like, oh my gosh, look at that rusted thing, and the laser goes over the top of it. You're like, wow, that's so clean. That's amazing.
He's going to try and rules lawyer out of this, I guarantee it. All right, let's hear it.
So I'm going to do that with prestidigitation.
Okay.
All of the blood and guts and all that stuff, it's all spread all over this alley. I am going to clean it all up.
You're going back? Oh, snap.
Yeah, we already are there. We were putting.
I'm going to erase all of the evidence of this because I have thoughts. But that's where I'm starting, is I'm wiping out all of the evidence of all the blood and guts, because now it's just dirt. and it's dirt that can be cleaned up with a cantrip. Fun fact, kids, you too can use your wizard cantrips in order to clean up a crime scene.
Who's this Tuesday group that thinks they're gonna take on a like that group, Dragonborn and his buddies?
As Seneca starts doing that, I think I'm gonna nod and say, "Yeah, I think that's the best way forward," as opposed to saying a giant were-rat. Got it.
Yeah. What do you do with the rest of the body? Because you're able to clean up the splatter, but there are chunks of a savaged corpse about.
They're very clean chunks.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn to Brick.
I think Brick's gone.
I'm not there.
Yeah, Brick's gone.
I'm gone.
Brick ran off into the night before we came back up there.
Then I'm going to turn to Feld. And I'm going to say, you do realize what this means, don't you?
Yeah. I think we need to have some very serious considerations. I felt a bit of a deep darkness before I struck, and many of Black Fang are Dragonborn.
Were. Yeah, because give me actually a history check.
$11.
Well, you don't know what happened, but you did. You know that word is that they've just been unavailable for a long time, and now you have a feeling of what you understand what happened.
Yeah. I knew many who went into that group, and had I not gone the officer path, that could have been me. They were not bad individuals. I fear our friend Brick has taken his path of vengeance into a very dark corner, and we are going to have to think about what this means, whether he can handle his new abilities for good, or whether this is a new problem. But his actions, if not hidden, could quite possibly mean the death of everyone associated with him. So I think this is something we need to...
Today we took an arrow for him.
Yes.
He failed to divulge this information and has put a target on all of our backs. He has done so recklessly and wantonly. But more than that, he placed those who were innocent in danger for the sake of taking this vengeance. Now, I do not take issue with his elimination of Tasker Hill. Tasker Hill was an undeniably evil man. From what we know about that massacre, he has performed a great act of evil. Remaining neutral in his distribution of arms and armaments, that is one thing. But intentionally ensuring that people die, the line is crossed.
I think we're the same mind.
When it comes to this lycanthropy, he must be far beyond our ability to assist him, which means that we will have to do it in a much more severe way. We can restore him to the man he was, but we have to kill him first. And I am not saying this lightly. I am not suggesting that we kill him and leave him dead. I am suggesting that we use our knowledge of the weave to place him in a state of temporary death remove the curse and restore him.
Yes.
He may not want to do this willingly. Are you prepared for that?
I'm prepared for that, and I'm saddened that he did not trust us enough to involve us in solving this problem.
If there is a sliver of the person that you have grown with, we can honor that by giving him the option.
Yes.
To do so willingly. But if he refuses, I do not see another option.
So I want to re-explain. That was super great, but I burst out laughing in the middle of it. I don't want you to think I was laughing at you. That was Nate's comment in the private chat saying, just spitballing here, but if it comes out that Brick killed Tasker Hill, I could both collect a bounty and be a hero to the city. Like, of course.
Never change, Nate. Never change.
Nate's been playing
that's how
evil
you
way
play
longer than you.
Yeah, seriously. And he says he's chaotic neutral on his sheet, but I call bullshit. I've said it. Yeah. All right. Let's go on ahead, and I think this is a great time to take our intermission here. So we're going to take 10 real quick. Everybody get up, stretch your legs, take a bathroom break, and then we're going to get back to how to hide a mutilated corpse 101.
Well, there's no blood anymore.
Yeah, there's no school. There's no
Blood's the hard
blood
part.
anymore. You got the wolf here. The wolf is, it was 20 minutes away. He got there in 10. So now the wolf is here to fix everything.
I feel like Birch, with his druidic abilities, probably has have them sink into the earth or something, or summon Birch, or he could turn into a bear and just eat the rest of the flesh.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I don't know, Adam. I'm just
is that still cannibalism if he's wild shaped at the time? That's a question for the chat. What does the chat think on that one? Oh, and Seth, take inspiration, buddy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like that Seneca's the most lawful.
Yeah.
Seneca's the most lawful, but also the first to play God at every chance he gets.
What if we killed someone and I was allowed to bring him back?
What if I brought him back to life?
All right.
I'm fairly
he's
certain
not dead.
my alignment is chaotic good.
Okay.
I'm at least mostly sure.
All right, 10-minute break, everybody. 10 minutes.
10-minute break. Take your legs.
All right.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Best episode ever.
I need to know how Brick got the rat in the bed.
Because I fucking said so. That's how. Well,
character me wants like mad respect for breaking into a house and leaving a gift like that and getting out like a gun. So respect, and I want to know how you did.
It's a house full of servants.
That's all.
I just want to say our chat tonight is on fire.
On fire. Yep.
I'm in love. I want to have all their babies.
Jeez. Wow, chat is spicy tonight, let me tell you. All right, I'm gonna run across the street and get a soda real quick because I need to pick me up. I'm dying right now. But I will be right back.
If I give you money, can you grab me one too?
Yeah, we will.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Diet if they have it, regular if they don't.
Okay.
Cool. Do you need money?
Give me my money back. Okay. Just let me find my mask real quick. Because
I stole Denny's Diet Coke, but I don't know if I want it.
Is that our only Diet Coke?
No, there's like one other one in the fridge.
Oh, you're just one.
No,
You don't want that rat.
no, I cannot. No one does.
Technically, she should buy it. Dr. Pepper's better. Yes. Better. I can go get it. What's up there? Lightning board and stuff?
Oh, Joe, what are we gonna do with you?
We'll be fine. I like I said, I'm reading up on lawful evil. There's a couple of hiccups, but most of what we've done is still in line. Apparently, I should never have allowed myself to have been arrested. That is not something that I should have accepted as a lawful evil character. Also, I don't have a lot of compassion, which is to say no compassion for the weak. People get what they want, or people get what they get. So I'll have to tweak things a little. I'm gonna make an exception for Birch. The rest of you are, though. I mean, he's just like a little murder hornet at this point. So
He's only killed bad guys.
I know, but you're good at it. I think when I first met you, right, you're a kid, and so Brick would consider you weak in that sense. But I think at this point, having seen a number of your murdering in person, I'm very proud of you. So I don't think you would fall into the category of weak. But it does.
Retroactively, lawful good doesn't mean lawful stupid. Lawful evil doesn't mean lawful stupid. So.
Right.
Yeah, no. It retroactively makes a lot more sense with the guy we raised from the dead.
Bacon jerky, very keto friendly.
So apparently Coke Zero has changed its labeling. The new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is the new Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I was very attached to the old taste.
I was too. You got me into it. I get it every now and then. Gotta say, it's still good, but not as good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's just not good, not as good as it previously was. To be like, why did you change that? Because it's not that different of a flavor, but it's just enough to be like.
Now I have the whole disadvantage.
Oh, damn it, Danny! Or no, thank you, Danny. That's what you get for stealing people's sodas, man.
But I did it. It's right here, fully intact, right here.
Amazing Gatto's got some great insights.
Yeah. Can we tell you do have breakfast?
Yeah, and Joe Anton, I'm sure, is all about what you've done. You're playing to his natural moral alignment.
All right.
Greek.
I already have inspiration, by the way, so I have to pass this inspiration on to someone else.
Oh, excellent. I used mine.
Hey, you have some inspiration.
Thank you. When I couldn't double stack it before when I was getting it again, but yeah. Thank you, Mr. Good team effort.
Bacon jerky.
I imagine if there was a poll in terms of a couple episodes ago of Brutes members least likely to be covering up a murder scene, to sanction and then cover up a murder scene. Probably.
I thought
Seneca.
Was it murder? He was armed.
So, Seth, what is your alignment, out of curiosity?
Chaotic good, which is pretty much my alignment in real life and my alignment of both characters I play.
Interesting. And you
checks out.
And that worked for what you did?
Yeah. Because again, the thing is that I will unite with anyone to do good, and in this situation, killing Tasker Hill is a good thing. I definitely agree with that. Now, your methodology of going about this, putting innocent people in danger and putting a big target on all of your best buddies' backs, without any of their consent whatsoever, removing their agency. Now that's not good. Now you're in trouble.
I figured I might get away. I might get away with Feld. I assumed I didn't know your alignment. I assumed I was going to have to knock you unconscious.
I mean, you definitely could try.
Every game, every PC is an inch away from hiding a homicide.
You know, I've been in a surprisingly large amount of campaigns where PCs fight each other. I don't know what that says about me, the fact that I'm the common feature in all those campaigns.
You are an element of an agent of chaos, sir, and I appreciate you for it. All right, well, let's go ahead and bring it on back. I know we're a minute or two early. No, we're right on time. We're right on time for once. All right. Brick is gone. What do you guys do with the sanitized chunks of corpse?
Wait, there's a corpse?
Not that we know of.
I know.
You guys upstairs, give me a round of wisdom checks real quick.
They're putting medals on us.
I mean, kind of.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, how much more time is there still? How much time has passed between? Because what we were doing wouldn't take as much time as the triaging and all that stuff.
That was pretty quick what you guys did, and now you're in your own kind of triage with the cleanup, and that's happening as people are getting triaged, and you know the high priestess isn't even there yet upstairs yet.
Well, now that all this stuff is not drippy, how many chunks are we talking here?
I mean, it's about an adult male body worth of chunks here. So imagine somebody about 5'10", 250.
Well, I ask because at what point does a chunk become soil? like, hey, this is dirty because it's got chunks of body on it, and so using prestidigitation cleans it up.
You cannot prestidigitate away a body. I'm not going to allow that. But yeah, now you guys are stuck with this corpse trying to figure out what to do. The folks upstairs, you do realize that, well, oddly enough, it's Greysoul who realizes that, hey, part of the party's missing, and that a window was smashed, and that three of your fellow brutes are missing.
Oh God, what now?
Oh, I hate myself so much. I'm gonna gather these things together, and I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers to chop it into sufficiently small pieces until I'm able to clean this up for prestidigitation.
Cloud of Daggers.
That is awesome.
Oh my God! All right,
throw in a blender.
You know what? Take inspiration for the Blender Man.
Oh my God!
Right. Who wants another inspiration? Because I'm getting a lot today.
Yep.
Cloud of Daggers.
Yeah, no, Anton, I thought about using my fireball, and I was like, that might attract just a little bit more attention than throwing it in a silent blender.
Yeah.
I have a cover up, but I don't even know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we were a wood chipper away from Fargo? I think we're at Fargo.
You're right.
You never go full Fargo, guys. We have now gone full Fargo.
Oh, I see. So that's your partner there in the old wood chipper.
Well, there's no evidence here, so we didn't go. We went beyond full Fargo.
Is that your their partner there in the Cloud of Daggers over there?
Yeah. So as I am just standing there, slack-jawed at this,
Seneca's the big bad.
This act of righteousness. In the strangest thing, where I'm like not realizing how impressed I would be at this sort of thing of it being done for good, to the little tiny chunks prestidigitate away. Are they gone, or do we have to look at a drain, or what's the?
I'm gonna rule that you've eventually it takes a little bit of time, but eventually you do manage to get it fine enough that.
Well, just imagine it's inanimate, and we could do it pretty quick. And I'm just gonna turn to Seneca and be like, "We got to get our story straight of where Brick went, where Tasker Hill went, and what the cover."
When it comes to Tasker Hill, we got Tasker Hill to safety. Where he goes from there is up to him. When it comes to Brick, I suggest that we be more forthright. Brick right now is a threat to everyone. By concealing that information, he continues to become even more of a threat. We must be clear about what this threat is.
I'm speaking about the public-facing story versus our companions. I think we obviously got Lord Taskerhill out. I think we tried to get him to safety. He refused our aid when we got to an area where he thought he could reach his individuals. We were waylaid by some were-rats. We were able to fight them off, and now we go back. But the question is, what do we say as to where Brick is?
Brick was injured by one of the were-rats. He retreated. We know that he must be found as soon as possible before the curse sets in. Now, we know that the curse is already set in.
Right.
But this allows everyone else to be on the lookout for him. Make sure that no one gives him quarter, unknowing of his vile deeds and the deeds that he may commit. It will create the air of sympathy that we need to be able to perform the actions we must take next.
So when we left Lord Taskerhill, he saw some of his retinue and he fled towards them. We headed back, and that was when we got into the fight in which Brick was attacked and bitten, and we now need to go back to get our fellow companions to find Brick. Is that
the
our
tangled
story?
web that this I can pose as Taskerhill at a later time.
Can I stick my head out the window at this point, Greg?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
Oh, sure. Oh, poor roll.
All right, you guys spot Birch sticking his head out the window before he spots you.
Birch.
What?
Come down here if you can.
Okay.
About a 20-foot drop.
And we all become accessories.
Well, we needed a new song. Now we have one. This is going to turn into the Telltale Heart real quick. All right.
Jesus.
I am going to call over Lorenzo, Greysoul, and Tarafirith. And I'm going to say they're down below. I think everything up here is secure. Do you guys want to go down?
Yeah, let's see what they've been doing.
I'm going to turn into a giant wolf spider and create a web and crawl down the side of the building, leaving the web so they can climb down the sticky.
Nice.
You don't want to just take the stairs?
Let's go out the window.
Like, this isn't.
Tarafirith, I can catch you if you just want to jump.
No, I'll take the web. That
You
looks
found
fun.
the lady. Hello, lady.
Al approves of this.
Caring is sharing in the guild.
In the guild.
I'm gonna remain a spider until I need to talk. It's kind of fun.
Okay. So everybody gets down safely.
Yes.
And with all the chaos, there aren't too many people noticing you as you depart.
Nobody notices him turn into a giant spider.
They're pretty used to my game.
There was a lot of drinking before the attack happened. all
I
right?
was a giant goat in front of all of them like an hour before.
Yeah, true.
It's not like we can't use the front door. I know
He
this
is
is
the
the
goat.
Brute Squad.
This is
I
the back
know
alley we're
this
going
is how
to.
we do this, but like,
Let me tell you the fable.
I will tell you
Birch
this, you guys.
and the anus room.
Now at this point, the town guard is showing up. Skellerang was already there as a part of the ceremony this evening and was, participating in the defense of the nobles during all of this, even though you dispatched the threat very quickly. But now it's starting to get super crowded up there, and y'all are. But you guys all get down safely, and no one notices really Birch turning into a giant spider and crawling out the window. That's like, we're just trying to simplify this here. So, but everybody, the brutes all get downstairs safely.
We need to go. We need to find Brick.
Where did Brick go?
what's the haps, Paps? What happened here?
Look at that inspiration. Yeah.
I'm going to summon Eartha back. Just pocket dimension appear with a little spider.
Okay. Beep. Beep. Oh, a big me. Is this your other familiar? Should I be jealous? Are you into spiders now? Is that what this is, Master?
This is about to be very serious.
Oh. Okay.
Feld, would you like to explain, or shall I?
I think we need to get a bit away from here first and get on the path of trying to find Brick first.
Do you guys explain to us what happened?
We're
Hold
going
on.
to.
Where are you guys headed?
Can we see body chunks, or is that?
That's all been
totally-
sanitized.
Everything is
I'll
gone.
tell. Give me a round of perception checks real quick. For everybody that's new on the scene right now. A round of perception checks.
Never mind.
Yeah. No, Seneca.
I'm so glad that I've got that natural 20 on my perception that I definitely needed right now.
You spot all your own work. I will tell you this, Lorenzo. Lorenzo, you look back in the alley and you could see like there's a chunk of alleyway that looks suspiciously sanitized.
Sparklingly clean.
What's that?
I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 as the giant wolf spider. Do I also notice that?
Oh, with your multiple eyes, yes, you can. Yes, very much so.
I'm gonna drop the wolf spider thing, and I'm gonna ask them, what happened here?
We need to find Brick. We will discuss it when we find Brick.
Are we? Do you want help with this area?
Do you want to?
So Feldruucan, perhaps before we set everyone else on this, we should make sure that they are aware of what it is they're getting themselves into.
Yeah. So where are you guys going? What are you're not going to stick around out here?
Let us be very clear about something. The events of tonight were orchestrated by Brick. He's been transformed into a were-rat and has taken on a gang of were-rats. He did this as a means of getting close to Lord Taskerhill.
Are you saying this under the window?
No, that's what I was saying. That's what.
Are you saying this under the window? Where are you when you say this?
We're walking away, aren't we?
Birch had offered, I think, to mess up the area, and I was saying, let's talk about this when we're further away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought we were walking away.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
make a
think
lot
Seneca
of-
would talk about this under the window.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
Well, it is Seneca.
Yeah.
yes, it's Seneca.
Yeah.
Seneca's going to
It's
tell
the
everybody.
person who just we said we need to
The
let
man
people-
with no the cat with no subtlety. So that's
Paul,
the reason why I'm asking.
Real,
And an
real quick,
intelligence of 16.
real quick, Paul, are you whispering to me, or is that Greg using your name?
Oh, how the fuck did I?
That is Greg whispering with my name.
Yeah,
What
sorry
are
about
you
that,
saying
because-
sweet nothings
Yes,
to
I am.
Joe?
I'm trying to sext with him using your name right now. So
It's a little disappointing knowing that it's not you, Paul, but I'll keep going.
Greg, before we walk away,
yeah,
I'm
There you
going to
go.
burn my last high-level spell, and I'm going to, just as an action, not as a long cast, just as an action, cast Plant Growth. And the whole area is going to become overgrown with thick, luscious plants.
Okay.
It's going to just be thick, hard to navigate. It's not going to look weird and suspicious and cleaned. I'm just going to cast it so it looks like an overgrown alley and walk away, and I'll ask questions later.
Okay, sounds good. You cast that, and the nature reclaims that section of space.
Yeah.
And lovely, luscious plant growth.
Ivy.
Yeah. Ivy wall, grass comes springing out of the cobblestone. You know, just in this area, but it is like bigger and longer than than where the incident took place. So where do you guys go?
So I rolled an investigation of 20.
Okay.
To basically follow after Brick.
That's going to be a survival check, not an investigation check, because you were trying to track. Or are you trying to figure out? Like, tell me how you're using investigation.
Well, because I heard him basically rip into him, which I imagine means he's going to might have bits of blood, other little things to notice as he's going away, probably rather quickly. That I figure, knowing Brick, he is going to try and leave the area rapidly versus subtly. And so because investigation versus survival is a better skill of mine, that is why I am using it. Looking around, clues to make deductions.
Okay. Yeah, so as the rest of the team is kind of standing there in wonderment and curiosity as you're suddenly getting all CSI on the scene, trying to look around and find traces of things.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
How much time has passed since the attack up to now?
I'd say 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Because like there's been, it's been chaotic. It's all been really quick, but but time has been passing.
Well, that's fine, because that would have been. I'll whisper to you. That's fine.
Okay. You think you might have a general direction of which way he went, and I definitely want to have you guys have the conversation that Seneca started.
I imagine if we know the direction, I say we go further away. And as soon as, I think Seneca and I are kind of a mind that we know we need to let people in on it. As soon as we're a reasonable distance away and we find kind of a dark corner to kind of duck aside and give, as Seneca said, of like, this is what you need to know.
Okay.
And we need to find Brick.
Give me higher level.
High.
Okay. Pick a number between 40 and 100.
Let's go 66.
Nice. All right. You do find such a corner down an alleyway. You look about, and it looks that there are no prying eyes or ears that you should be concerned about at this moment. So, Seneca, we pick up with, you have the brutes and their undivided attention, and we pick up with where you left off, giving that speech not under a window. Yeah.
Is everyone fully aware of the ramifications of what this means?
Whoops.
Everyone remembers what Seth said, or do you need it?
Yes. No, I remember. I mean, he was already a raging kill monster, right?
All of the disappearances, all of the bodies that have appeared, and his actions of late, we can attribute them to this lycanthropy. When we originally fought the were-rats, he must have been infected. We did not realize it. That does mean that he is long past the point where we would be able to simply remove this curse. However, there is a loophole. Brick currently is performing undeniably malicious and evil actions. He has formed an army, has put innocent people in danger.
Where do you have the evidence of an army?
The were-rats that he out of game.
Well,
the were-rats that he brought into this place.
Well, you have no evidence that, I mean, there could hypothetically be more, but you have no solid evidence of more.
I thought you recited that as the results of our investigation check. Like that is what we know.
In the army might have been a mistake that, you know, that he's been turning people, but that could have been everybody that was up there and did the raiding tonight, for all you know.
Yeah, but that's enough to me. If he is actively recruiting for more malicious stuff, then he is a threat to not just order is something that is fine to attempt, but it's justice. Justice is what he is denying people, denying their ability to make their own decisions, and putting people in all kinds of incalculable danger.
All right.
The solution to this is that we first must kill him. Once we have done so, we can remove the curse and restore him back to life. And the Brick that we knew before, that had some level of restraint and no level of evil intent, may be possible. If at that time we determine he needs some kind of trial, then he can stand trial in his own fit mind.
Wait, stand trial? I mean, aren't we all implicated now?
You don't have to be.
I had nothing to do with anything.
I mean,
you weren't here. You didn't make these decisions.
Yeah, us four
Feld
damn
denied it.
heroes. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Are we looking for... Okay.
We need to find Brick.
You think those people upstairs were with him?
Yes.
Yes.
From what we have gathered and looking at everything, Brick, there is a group called Black Fang. Many of them are Dragonborn. They are a neutral group, a private army who provide security, do a number of things. Lord Tasker Hill double-crossed them, and Brick was the only survivor. And it wasn't for any moral means, it was for coin. It was to take a mine. And Brick, overwrought in his survivor's guilt, set himself to avenge his fallen brothers. And in not trusting us, he embraced this dark curse and formed his own group to strike vengeance upon Lord Tasker.
Which is rolling, Greysoul?
Do I think you might go back to that mine?
Potentially. I mean, that's a possibility. You don't know where the mine is, but yeah. Sorry, Paul. I did not mean to interrupt. Keep going.
That's all right. Word had been that Black Fang was simply occupied. No one has heard, at least that I know of, what has happened to Black Fang. It was clear when this was all happening, I used my divine abilities to feel the situation and sense quite a darkness in Lord Tasker Hill, and that the words that Brick spoke about what had transpired were absolutely true. I do not approve of what Brick has done and what position he has placed us in, But we need to handle this because due to our closeness and affiliation, we are all now linked to his deeds. And I think as a brother-in-arms, we need to solve this problem because it affects all of us.
Now is good, Greg.
Okay. Go for it.
So you guys,
motherfuckers!
No. Bitches, I'm back. Die.
His army arrives.
I come wandering back out of the darkness from the way I came. Basically, as you last saw me, I've got shreds of my costume over my armor. All my armor is back on. And I walk up and I say, you're all here. Good, let's go.
Go where?
Let's go maybe find a quiet ale house or someplace without prying ears.
We can go back to the Church of Helm. I mean, we're done here.
I mean, they are a bunch of busybodies at the Church of Helm.
Do we have access to that house yet that we were offered?
Not yet.
Okay.
Where are we currently?
But there is Lorenzo's house.
I was about to say that. I could always go to my place.
Yeah.
Where is that, Lorenzo?
Lorenzo, do you offer that up? Do you have?
Yeah, sure. Let's bring all the murderers to my place where I'm trying to profile.
We haven't seen your place yet.
I mean, all the kettles are going to fit in lovely with your pot. So, you know. Brick just said, I don't care where we go, but we shouldn't stay here. Our work here is done. There's nothing left for us. I turn to Feld and I say, I assume you told them?
Yes, and there are more conversations we need to have, Rick.
That's fine, but we shouldn't have them here.
No.
All right. So you all go back to Lorenzo's. Who has compared to the other nobles in town, his manse is humble, but it is still far nicer than anything you guys have seen. He does live on High Street with the rest of the nobility.
How many children does he have?
None. Please take off your shoes when you come in.
He considers all the city his children.
Yep.
See, in my head, I'm imagining it as a pizza parlor because if someone's saying, "Hey, you want to go back to Lorenzo's?" to me suggests we're going to a pizza place.
Hey, let's go to Lorenzo.
The Total Tonys are hanging out front.
Hey, they make the best of pizza.
Lorenzo's
You
is
like
an
it
all-night.
sauce?
It's an all-night pizza place where the theater kids go after their shows to smoke.
Well, amazing Otto already made the comment about Brick going to eat to shawarma.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yep.
So no one will hear our conversation because they're too overtaken by all the kids singing Rent songs.
Yeah, amazing Otto. I like the image of the monocle, but I don't think Brick will ever be so refined as to be seen wearing a monocle.
Cut to 2 years later.
Cut to 2 years later. And then he was wearing a monocle.
Yep. The Dark Lord of Denny's himself is now wearing a monocle. Yep.
I think there's a certain point where you just have so much money it just appears.
Yeah.
The monocle just
It's like Monopoly Man. Yeah.
Mr. Dragonborn.
You grow a hat out of your head.
So
would
we got
it
a
be
quiet place on Lorenzo's.
Yep. Yeah. You guys go into Lorenzo's and you all take over the living room.
Would it be possible to sit on the floor and kind of meditate as we chat and consider that the start of a short rest?
Sure.
Okay. I burned through all my spells curing people I don't even know.
Oh God, so terrible for you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I gave them napkins.
Yeah. Told them to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, you know?
Walk it off.
Exactly. All right.
Brick. I have a number
Rub
of
some dirt on
questions. But one is, Tasker Hill killed your friends?
Yeah. After I got out of War College, I joined a private army called Black Fang. Predominantly Dragonborn, like myself. a few odds and ends in there. A standard mercenary group, mercenary work. We got hired to protect a mine on behalf of Tasker Hill, and we got there. We set up positions and were ambushed, and everyone was killed except me. By pure luck, I survived. Found out who was responsible and have been hunting them down for the last few years. That's how I ended up here.
Why did he want to kill your mercenary group?
Money.
The way he explained it, because this is the way we talked. We talked about this a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't remember, as I recall, what happened was that they were hired to retake a mine in Shackled, and when they got there, it was it had been overrun by a tribe of savage albino dwarves who were basically harmless. They look to be the natives there. So when they show up, there's no standing army. But then the next morning, outside their encampment is an even bigger army, and they were cast in the role of invaders. And Tasker Hill's army decimated them, and then the tribe of dwarves agreed to do business with him.
I survived because I got knocked off.
You got blown the fuck off a cliff by a fireball and
a thunderwave spell.
Thunderwave, yeah, you got. That's right. We did talk about the same background. You got thunderwaved off of a cliff and knocked unconscious, and your body floated down the river until you basically came back into consciousness, and you don't know how long that was. Yeah.
And so basically, all I had was the sigils on the banners of the people who attacked us, which I through a number of trails and paths and adventures led me here.
My next question is: did you have help today in killing Tasker Hill?
I mean, Feld and Seneca were nice enough to leave, so I suppose I'd consider that help.
I don't think that's what he means.
Mm-mm.
The people inside, the waitstaff,
Yes, those were mine. I needed cover to get to Tasker Hill, so I went around the city and cleaned up the streets a bit, and in the process got some fodder.
Cleaned the streets a bit?
Yeah, so one of the interesting abilities that I've picked up, and correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, because I know we discussed this out of character. Yeah. I did have some sort of, it wasn't like straight up like vampires and their minions, but like I had some sort of control over the people that I had bit, or were they just scared of me and were doing what I wanted?
No, the fascinating thing is that you felt like you were empowering people to rise up and overthrow the bourgeoisie.
Oh, so these weren't like
these weren't
scum of the earth that I had just grabbed.
These are people that you had met in taverns and places who were complaining about feeling powerless under the crushing boot of the bourgeois class. And you said, "Hey, you want a way to strike back?" You saw an opportunity.
I'm assuming I made them an offer and they willingly agreed to it.
Yes, you did.
All right.
You also know that this place there is rising concern and dissent about taxation and how the nobility treats the common folk, and that it's getting to be a bit of a pressure cooker in Cauldron. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, Birch.
Point of order.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, are you telling us that you knowingly put civilians in our line of fire, knowing that we would decimate them
You're all
as a distraction.
You're all competent veterans of the world. I was confident in your ability not to injure innocents in the process. And frankly, innocence is a bit of a stretch. That party was entirely manned by the rich and pompous isn't the word I'm looking for.
I'm not talking about the party guests. I'm talking about you basically led those people that you turned to were-rats. You led them to the slaughter.
I gave them a chance to fight for what they wanted.
Did you know we would be there?
Of course.
Did you know we would have to fight them?
No, I didn't. We didn't. At
that point, you didn't think you were going to get hired. That was a surprise.
No. So out of character, Greg, the plan was they were going to attack, and then I alone was going to show up and kill him.
Well, you might have gone in as in were-rat form with them. That was kind of what.
Okay, yeah. No, I didn't know any of you were going to be there. That was an unfortunate change, but as I said, you're all very well competent, established, experienced warriors in your own right, and I knew you could handle yourselves. It's unfortunate that they passed, but the lives were lost, but they wanted an opportunity, and I gave it to them. If they were strong enough, they would have won.
I'm trying really hard to assume that this is more whatever curse has overcome you talking than you. Because the brick that I thought I knew would have said, hey guys, this guy killed all my friends. Will you help me kill him? And we all would have just done that. And you wouldn't have had to kill all these innocent people. So I'm struggling with this.
That is my concern as well.
Well, I mean, you don't have to pay taxes when you're dead, right? I'm sure none of them had families. Just workers.
In the short, 10 days, Greg?
Yeah.
In the 10 days that I have known you, Feld, I've no longer, obviously, I have come to respect all of you, but 10 days is not enough to endanger what was seemingly going to be my one best chance at vengeance.
I see. 10 days is not enough to stop manipulating people into murdering on your behalf. What is the appropriate number of days to let people in on the idea that you are forcing them to murder people as a distraction for you? Is it 30 days? Perhaps we should have known you longer.
I don't know if he's a numbers guy.
I'm trying to work out the logistics here. You're asking, out of character, you're asking, I agreed. I was okay with letting you having no plans changed. I still went ahead and put you guys in a situation where you were likely going to kill another set of people that I had also put in that situation to kill other people.
Yes.
More than 10 days.
Brick, how long were you chasing this man?
That's a fantastic question.
Pretty much since the incident.
12 days.
I thought it was a couple years, but maybe it was like 6 months or something. I'm looking through your notes now, but I don't know how long ago it was.
I'm trying to remember because I don't have your background in front of me. I think we said it was. How long have you guys been out of War College?
You've been out of War College for a bit.
Yeah, so I would say that pretty much
a couple of years.
Couple of years. Yeah, he's been on this tip for a couple of years.
Okay, Brick. Let me phrase it this way. Would you agree that the way you went about this sucked and was horrible, and you did it all wrong, and you wouldn't have done it that way if you weren't cursed?
Greg, I don't recognize my own change in alignment, right? I think my outlook on life is something like I've noticed.
Here's my take on that.
I'm trying to help, Seneca.
I think that you recognize that you've been given a gift, and that it's a gift that allowed you to fulfill your vengeance and achieve your vengeance and fulfill your objective. So that this was, and with lawful evil, it's not quite as murder hobo as chaotic evil would be, but in this case, might would make right, and that your ends justify your means because the law that you follow is the code of the war.
Right.
So
Birch.
But I don't think
you took the oath of vengeance.
Was it optimal? No. Did it get the results? Yes.
I see.
It's unfortunate that people died in the process, but if they were strong enough, they would have survived.
Then you would agree that if the loved ones that they left behind, if they had proxies that were in fact stronger, that ultimately sought vengeance on their behalf, that would be the right thing to do.
That's certainly the right. I wouldn't advise it. I'm certainly not going to tell them, but if they find me, they're welcome to seek it.
I see.
Now that
we have our art for next Fringe is all I'm saying. So
now that your goal,
next year I'm the villain.
If your goal was achieved, are you willing to do anything to remove what's come over you?
I'm going to let that be the player call.
I'd like to do an arc. What would I need to roll to know about where bites, to know whether or not, if I already know that it's not possible to reverse, if this is a redundant question for me or not? Would that be nature, medicine, or arcana? What would that be?
I'm sorry. Well, I got distracted by a PM I just got. What was
no worries. So what do I need to roll to find out if Brick already knows that this is irreversible? Like, is it common knowledge that after X days being bit by a were creature, you're screwed?
You have I don't think that's common knowledge. I think that's kind of like advanced knowledge for people who study lycanthropes and stuff like that. I think at this point you feel that the beast within has bonded with you, that you have come to an agreement with it, and that that it is the source of your level of barbarian for one. So that this is now the channel for the rage in your heart. You feel that this beast is now you and you it.
All right.
Yeah.
Birch, it is another tool in my arsenal. And I see no reason to weaken myself by giving up a powerful weapon that can be used in the future to our advantage. I admit early on I did not have control. When Feld found me in the streets, it was fortuitous that the people I had killed were monsters themselves. But I've moved beyond that. I can control the changes, and it's not a danger. It is a tool, a weapon in my arsenal.
Yeah, Lorenzo Lidu, the Independent. I have a question here. What assurances can you give me that you will not turn me into a were-rat?
I respect all of you, and I wouldn't betray any of you like that. It's probably not phrased right, but that is accurate. I can, regardless of what you think of me, I consider you my allies, and I would consider, unless you wanted me to, I would consider that a betrayal. I think that's accurate. Yeah. So I wouldn't do it.
No, I understand that. That makes sense to me.
Seneca, can I ask you a question?
Sure, come over here.
Okay. Seneca, do you know how to remove this curse?
We must first kill him.
Oh. I look over at Brick and I just give like a really?
We can restore him to life after.
Give me and with what you've been messaging me, or how I will need a deception check, and if you don't want to be obvious about it.
Oh, I don't mind being obvious, but I will still roll a deception check just in case.
Okay.
Bam!
All right.
Natural 20.
Okay. Then I'm going to say, as Birch comes over, let's see, and as you say that you're going to have to kill him. It's complete because you messaged me about this a while ago.
So around the two of us, a hemispherical wall of force covers us and the door.
Okay.
You are now inside a Lemon's tiny hut. You are welcome to enter and exit as you please.
Oh.
Because you were in here when the spell was cast.
What is it called?
Lemon's tiny hut.
That's adorable.
Now it's a sleepover.
Yeah.
Can people hear us while we're in here?
Unfortunately, yes. I had to look that up. I wasn't sure. Otherwise, I would have done it earlier when we were discussing this. Just make the window. Boop.
How obvious and visible do you want this to be? Because can't you control the opacity, as I recall, or no? Hold on a second.
Yeah. I don't know if it glows faintly all the time. I'm under the impression that it does, but maybe not. Creatures move throughout the next.
What's it called?
It's
Lemon's tiny hut.
In 5th edition.
I always pronounce it lemons, like lemonade.
Yeah, it's Tiny Hut in 5th edition if you're trying to look it up, because at least in the third-party stuff.
Yeah, I'll leave then the light exactly the way that it is, and it's as opaque from the outside, any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So does that mean that I have to pick a color?
Yes, you do.
All right then. It's yellow now.
All right, yellow.
Okay. So I'm safe inside here, but they can hear us. So this doesn't. Okay.
Yeah. So you give the thumbs up, and like a force field, whoop, shields up.
Okay. Look, the killing him part sounds really bad.
Hey, Brick, give me a perception check.
See if I can brick this.
Brick it. Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, you can hear just enough of what's going on over there.
Should I make a stealth check?
Should it be a 20?
Maybe.
If you guys want, give me deception checks if you guys want to keep this quiet. But he is watching intently.
Seneca's deception check was a natural 20.
To cast the spell.
Oh.
To not be obvious about casting the spell. And
but then we all see it?
But now the spell is up.
Ah.
But it takes a full minute to cast. I was like, how are you
yes, queen.
You mean we gotta kill him?
I rolled a 1 for those of you wondering.
Well, this is a turn. Yeah, so yeah, you hear him say, I don't think killing him's a good idea. You know, or Birch, what is it you just said very quietly a second ago?
I said killing him sounds really bad.
Yeah, so Brick, you heard that crystal clear.
All right.
Yes,
am I aware of how loud that was?
Would be very bad.
Seneca, yes, you are. That was a lot louder than he thinks. Oh,
right,
no,
wait.
This is a fucking cone of silence bit from Get Smart. Yeah. What? And now Birch is like, oh, wait, he can hear us? I thought that was a cone of silence.
Brick, mind your, we're working on something. Hold on.
I'm just looking at Seneca now.
You're gonna have a hard time. I'm in an opaque yellow wall.
You didn't hear anything that was. You don't know.
No, I did. I absolutely did.
Yeah, everybody did with that. Yeah.
These aren't the druid you're looking. Look, okay. So, look, I'm trying to. Okay, what good would killing him do?
It'll allow us to remove the curse.
And then what? He's dead. Who cares?
We revive him.
Oh, with like a how?
We have ways. We've revived others.
When you say we, do you mean like other people?
Yes.
Okay. So he has to be willing to be killed?
Ideally.
Oh, God. I don't think he's willing. Hey, Brick, are you willing to be killed? He doesn't look like he's willing to be killed, Seneca.
You actually say that out loud?
I did say that really loud. I don't think he likes it.
The only means by which this curse can be removed is if you first die temporarily.
Just exploring options over here. Don't worry about it.
So
I didn't willingly make you kill like 6 innocent people today, so I think I've got one up on you on the whole morality thing. So give me a minute. I'm working.
says the man with the biggest kill count in the party.
Does he though? I killed 4 in that cave in 2 rounds.
All bad guys. All bad guys.
Though I think
me and Sir Feld only kill bad guys.
Let me tell you, you just slaughtered a whole bunch
It
of
is-
revolutionaries trying to reclaim Cauldron for the people.
That's true.
All right, and you are a boot-licking dog of the bourgeoisie, is what you are, sir. That's what you.
Wow. I take offense to that on behalf of Birch.
All right,
On
that's
behalf of Birch.
Yeah.
I do have
I
to
don't
say,
even-
Birch and the Moonbeam. I'm staying in that group.
All right.
I haven't spent 1 cent. I don't care about this money business. I had a friend, and now I have this person who's just like killing people. So I would like to revert to that friend situation. So if he doesn't want to be killed, are you sure that's the only? That doesn't sound like a great option.
He created 5 slaves.
Yep.
He used those slaves
8
against us to get us to kill them as a distraction.
I'm assuming he's being quiet again, Greg, and I can't hear this part.
Oh no, I'm being very loud
he's-
about that.
Yeah.
Slaves? Yeah, they were not slaves.
What do
They
you
asked
call
for
someone?
power, and I gave it to them.
Were you paying them?
Willingly chose to do this. I did not make them do anything.
But I'm the only one here, though, that has a problem with the fact that you walked into a bunch of bars, talked to the most destitute and desperate people you could find, who had very little choice in the next steps in their lives.
This
I'm into terrorism.
I did not talk them into anything.
you are.
Right. They were destitute, and yes, that's where I've been hanging out since I got into the city. Those are the people I'm comfortable with. I didn't seek out the most downtrodden and poor. All right, I hang out with the sailors. I hang out with the dockmen.
Look, we all know you hang out with the sailors. That's unrelated. Look, I think your mission makes sense. The problem is you are cursed.
How dare you, prisoners with jobs?
You are cursed, and you don't see the forest from the trees. I think you can continue to be the kick-ass killer that you are, but we've got to help you first.
And what exactly is the forest that I'm not seeing, Birch?
Oh, everything you did was really bad. Really bad. That's what you're not seeing.
Yeah, you gotta check in with somebody whose alignment is.
Birch, you specifically, Birch.
Mm-hmm.
What specifically are you taking issue with? Here's the thing. I gave a bunch of individuals the power to empower themselves to make a difference in their lives that they wanted to make. I didn't force it on them. And I did that to murder a genuinely evil, awful person who was undoubtedly sowing any amount of grief and sorrow and danger and death from his own dealings. So I don't really see the issue here. You got cursed a bunch of people, put tons of people in danger, and then murdered. I don't know how to make it more clear. And I think it's just because you're cursed. I think any reasonable person would see themselves as a terrorist, and it's okay that you don't. That means that you could be fixed, because there's no way you, who I knew a few days ago, wouldn't see this. God damn it, Nate.
Look.
You guys can't see the chat in Restream, but God bless you.
So
oh God, wait.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
The chat is fire tonight, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All the chat channels are fire tonight. This is amazing. I'm going to make some fucking popcorn.
So.
Where's the Wolfsbane pizza?
Look.
Amazing. Amazing Otto's amazing.
Yeah.
Look, Birch, I respect you. I do. I consider you an ally, but I'm not giving up this weapon.
Well, here's the other problem, is now you're going to face all sorts of murder trials. I mean, we saw how the court system here works. I think it would be better for you to...
Why would I face murder charges? Are you planning to tell everybody that the were-rats were under my control? Are you gonna prove that? There were were-rats in the city before I showed up.
What's that, Matt?
Are they all dead?
Oh yeah.
Are they all there?
Yeah, they're all dead. I checked. I made sure.
Inside check.
Yep, get around insight checks.
Yeah.
19.
You can do that, but I understand why you're doing the insight, but it actually legitimately wasn't me going around murdering people.
Yeah,
they were all dead as part of the fight.
I'm just checking. Well, what you said was all the ones you turned were there, and that's what I'm inciting.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you have like a second army somewhere that we don't know about?
That would be awesome.
Is the first rule of your group to not talk about your group?
You guys can go a little bit credit card.
I don't see the need or logic in having were-rats running around the city. I needed them for this.
Hey, Brick, give me a wisdom check, Brick.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been more of each other, though, isn't that?
Oh, Brick. Oh, yeah.
Brick, never fucking change. A 4. Yeah.
Look, we can't do anything about this right now. None of us have the power to help you anyway, Brick. We're just talking theoreticals here.
And look, if your issue, right, is that I've done evil, I've done wrong here. Their sacrifice, while unfortunate, could very well inspire a revolution in this city, ultimately helping a great deal of the city's population. The rich elite makes up a small percentage. It is the mass, the majority that suffers. So yeah, they died doing what they wanted, and I suspect that they will get the results that they were looking for, regardless
But what if
the fight.
this incident results in a crackdown from the nobility against the people, the poor people? Like, what if it results in like harsher punishments and
Nate?
Yep.
If
boots on necks?
they'll either be strong enough to survive or they won't, and they'll make room for the ones who are strong enough.
Well, let me suggest this, Brick. I agree with Tara. I think it will lead to a crackdown.
Brick, hold. Brick, I need you and Nate to roll for initiative.
I gave a high sign.
Roll your attack.
I gave a high sign, and I'm planning on, as soon as if he doesn't finish it, to step in and get the next two.
We don't have the ability to flip them now. Killing them now doesn't.
Greg, actually, hold on. Please hold.
Oh, boy.
I mean, we can't do this now.
I don't think we have.
And I think, Greg, I asked you this before as well. Does rolling is that an ability check? Rolling initiative?
It is not.
I think technically, is it not? I thought, isn't it an ability check?
I'll double check, but I'm almost positive it isn't.
Yes, it is. It's basically a dexterity-based ability check.
I mean, there's no way I'm gonna beat a 21 though.
That's what Jeremy Crawford says. So yeah.
All right, hold on one sec, because I want to see if I can cheat this. I don't think I can.
I think you.
That's fine. I won't bother.
I think you just got, bud. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yep. Go on ahead and roll your attack, bud. Yeah, he got the drop on you.
That's perfectly fine.
But you do see it. Holy fuck, 26. Okay, cool. 26 to hit. Is this silvered?
That's right. He's a were-rat, so I probably have to use the dagger.
Yeah.
The dagger I gave you, Lorenzo.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Poetic.
Come up, my name is Silver
You
Dagger.
find out it's cursed and it attacks you.
And because this is before he's acted, it acts as a critical hit.
Oh, it is so messy tonight. It is so messy.
That's it?
It's a dagger.
Oh yeah, silver dagger. All right. Well, because it's a crit,
it's a crit, so double
crit,
the
so it's going to be no, hold on.
20.
28.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't start shouting numbers at me, people. I'm calculating this.
37.
Roll 20 does not calculate. Brick, how much HP do you have?
I have 44 out of 45.
Okay.
I'm not sure I lost one, but that's what it is.
All right. So that's going to be
falling from the window.
Oh, yeah, you fell from the window.
There you go.
Another 4. Actually, you wouldn't have taken that because you're DR. I fucked
What he
that up.
took, you reduced to 1.
Oh, that's right, because I rolled a 6 for that. That's right. So 7, and then.
I don't know what we're doing. We don't have remove curse.
He's beyond remove curse.
I think it's pretty obvious we're going with setting a plan of.
But don't we have to remove curse once he's on
That's
unconscious?
31 damage.
Okay, can I do an offhand attack?
I don't think you have to have remove curse. I think him dying removes the curse.
But we don't have revivify.
We know people
Do we?
do
Greysoul?
I mean, we Frankenstein Rufus.
Yeah, gentle repose is fine. We'll figure it out from there.
Oh God!
Here it is. Offhand attack removes.
It's not like we're going to put his head back on. Well, I don't know.
What's that?
Let's see what
Removes
this thing's for.
proficiency for offhand.
Yeah, remove versus, yeah.
Okay. So whatever this is, -3.
Copy. Well, that's not going to hit. You wind up getting it stuck in his, in between his armor, in between his natural dragon hide.
Amazing Otto's got my back.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh God! Now he's gonna hit me.
Yeah. Brick, you just got stabbed in the kidneys. You rolled initiative way later.
Right, because I told you as soon as he strikes, I'm striking.
I didn't do it.
I told you I made a high sign. Sorry, Joe. I made a high sign.
This was their idea.
Stick him. So as soon as he's acting, unless you want to give him a roll, sure.
I like that Seneca and I are in this cute little safe tent. So if you guys are fighting, we're just fine over here.
Can you see
And it's bright, friendly yellow.
Let's let Tara in our tent.
Is the tent a one-way? Is the tent a one-way mirror, or can you see what's happening outside of it?
They can
I
see.
can see what's outside.
Okay.
In this room, I already look like I'm in it. And I just did the tent.
You had to be inside the inside of when it was cast. So I will. You know what? I'm gonna
mostly. I think 90%.
You get your swing. You get your swing. I just your wife is ashamed of you.
It's a he's a were rat. I need to use a silver thing, and that's the only silver thing I got.
All right, so 13 to hit.
13
Yeah. No.
Not you. I'm talking about Brick.
No. 13 is not going to do it.
I do have inspiration.
Oh, he's going to burn inspiration.
I've also got 3 attacks.
And advantage because
Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, and flanking.
I'm going to give you flanking.
Wait, hold on. So that
Yeah.
was the before.
Yeah.
So that'll count as.
Give me one more roll.
Hold on.
I mean, the dice are eventually going to go in your favor. Unless they don't, in which case.
25 is definitely going to hit.
I don't see that popping up yet.
It'll come
Oh, come on. Come on, roll 20, catch up.
I don't believe it.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. All right. But for 4 slashing damage.
Oh, come on.
How is
You rolled some shit damage there, bud.
How do you have a +0?
Yeah, you rolled
how is it's a +3?
yeah, you rolled a 1. +3.
Wow.
Yeah, you rolled a 1 on your damage.
Your heart isn't in it, Feld. You don't want to do this.
That I most certainly do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to be killing you when I kill
All right,
you.
Brick.
I have another attack off of that base.
Okay.
Well,
all right, go for it.
But as soon as that
first attack whiffs, the second attack hits.
Right.
That,
first.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled initiative. Or sorry, not initiative. I burned my inspiration.
So you'll get a 4th attack then, or that is your 3rd.
Well,
attack.
no. So I rolled it first. So I rolled the second, which is saying both of those because of flanking, which would be the way I was counting was I rolled the first, and then you pointed out I rolled the second, which also wasn't, but you pointed out that I was flanking, so I counted those first 2 as both shit rolls on the flanking.
Yeah.
Does that track? So
the way, man, Nat really, Nat just threw some inspiration. Nat, damn. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. Okay, so your first attack was double 13s. All right, so that was the miss.
Right.
Second attack, where you can use inspiration to re-roll that one.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I.
That's
what I
what
was
you got the
counting.
25 on. So that's the first. That's the 4 points damage. So that's your first attack. Roll your other 2.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, which doesn't.
So hold on. He's rolled 3 times now, and you're only counting one of them?
Well, because the first
he rolled one of them with inspiration, so he's done 2 attacks. The first one,
So the first one, he's got advantage. So the first 2 are the advantage and
attack
disadvantage.
roll. Now he's burning
Yeah.
inspiration to redo that attack roll. Yeah.
Which the first also hits for 8 points of divine smite.
Oh, okay. So, Brick, what are you at?
How much am I? Another 8?
Yeah, that was another 8. So you took 30. So you just took 39. So you're.
I'm at 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I stab you in the back, by the way,
24.
You're going to make me so much money.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow, this is fucked. All right.
Turn.
Yeah.
Second silver.
Trying to save this guy.
11.
Yeah.
So it's 22. That should. I don't need.
Joe,
divine
you
smite.
Brick goes under.
All right.
Yep.
And none of my natural resistance were allowed.
They're both silvered weapons.
Feld has a silver weapon?
Yeah, he's got a silver.
I only carry silvered weapons. I dropped a lot of money.
He's got a silver glaive, and you're not raging, so you don't have DR.
Okay.
Yep.
I was worried about were rats, and I never thought it was going to be you, Rick.
So he's currently unconscious, but not necessarily dead, right?
That's correct. But you are bleeding out.
Divine, and I look as soon as he drops. I look.
Yeah, everybody else is kind of stunned all of a sudden, looking about like, what the fuck just happened?
What?
Yeah.
Am I actually seeing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please preserve him. He's lost his mind. We need to save our friend. So we tell you.
So now what? He's dying.
I'm going to feel a pulse here, right? Because he's not dead.
He's dying. He's currently dying.
In retrospect, I should have burned my luck so I had a higher initiative than Paul.
Now you rolled like an initiative of 3.
Right, but I had 2 shots of luck, so I didn't need to beat Lorenzo. I needed to beat Feld. But I didn't know Feld was going to stab me in the back both men.
Exactly, because it was a loaded action.
He stabbed you in the front. That's the vision. But hey, at least he stabbed you in the front. When Nate stabs you in the back, you at least expect that. You know, Lorenzo's going to Lorenzo.
Because he is currently bleeding out, I would like to step out of the Lehman's tiny hut and say, I told you I would unite with anyone to do good and no one to do evil, and cast magic missile, which gives me 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3, he's dead.
Well, that was a pretty speech, but I was unconscious, so it was.
Wow. All right. Is anybody going, as you see him literally cock the finger gun, does anybody want to take any sort of action here or do anything else? Is there?
At this point, I'll cast Temporary Repose.
Birch, I will give you a second.
I think I would jump out and try to grab Seneca's arm because I don't understand what he's doing.
Well, I was starting to say something to Greysoul, basically saying we're going to save him. If I see, I mean, then again, depending on how you respond to seeing me attacking him.
But Adam, I mean, didn't you guys just discuss about needing to kill me off to save me?
Yeah, but I don't think I fully understand the difference between. I know what the difference.
Yeah, okay.
I understand the difference between unconscious and dead, but I don't know if Birch understands that we have to kill him.
Well, I will say this: if you want to try and stop Seneca from delivering the coup de grace here, I will have an initiative roll off real fast between you
Let's
guys.
do it.
Who gets it off?
Oh, go in slow motion. What am I rolling? Initiative or dex or what?
Initiative, please, both of you.
Okay.
Got a 10.
Well, that should be easy enough to beat.
And here's and y'all motherfuckers.
Should we do an initiative burn?
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. You better hope Brick don't regain consciousness because I don't think he's taking prisoners.
I think Birch and Seneca should do a dance off.
Yeah.
For who gets
over my bleeding corpse.
Birch, give me a.
You got served.
Give me a grapple. Give me a strength check to see if you grapple.
Sure.
Oh, the athletics.
Seneca, you can. Athletics.
Most
you can do
athletics,
athletics or acrobatics set to get out of it, whichever you feel is better.
You fight and one of them go into Feld's eye. Ah, God damn.
All right, so Birch actually successfully grabs you, but
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna. My intention is just to grab your arm, and so you're shooting into Lorenzo's ceiling. I'm just like.
Oh no! So this is a great idea. There's just one tiny problem.
Magic missile can't miss.
Right.
No.
It would have to be like,
you grab his arm.
And then
You grab his arm, he pulls Keanu Reeves and shoots into the ceiling, and it blows through the ceiling, and then immediately goes upstairs.
A lot of expensive glasses.
And then comes shooting through.
It comes through.
The windows broken, holes in the ceiling.
And Brick's corpse is just like.
I'm not getting
like
Don't worry,
Greg, it is a body until I take all 3 points of damage, then it is a corpse.
Yes.
Respect Brick while he's still alive.
Oh, you dead, motherfucker. You dead. Sorry.
Well, now, sure.
You are now, but not until the floor gets the ceiling and the floor above totally get fucked. Yeah. So
Lorenzo, don't worry. I'm sure Seneca will use mending and fix your house.
Thank you, JS Pelta 1.
I like to think that Brick's spirit, as he leaves his body, saw that I was trying to save him. That's my hope.
You can think that. We'll let you think that. All right, cool.
I'm just gonna back here in the corner.
All right. So y'all have a dead PC, and you know what? It's 10 o'clock.
No!
Gentle repose is cast before we close the curtain.
No.
Whatever, fine.
No, it's fine.
I just need to remember.
I will allow you guys to cast Gentle Repose.
I already know my next character anyways. So if you off him,
we're not offening him.
You ain't out of the jungle yet, son.
Nothing is 100%, guys. I don't know.
If we thought there was no redeeming you, we would just take you to the city watch and be like, all right, let him pay for his crimes. Because we're only killing you because we think there's a chance to redeem you.
You're only killing me.
Tough love. This is tough love.
All right.
I would just like to make it clear to the group that there should be a difference between discussing a plan and carrying out a plan. We seem to blend those two. Like we just go. And this is for me, because I like to do that. I don't know why
we bother with plans. We never do them.
I didn't know we're going to just kill them.
I think I look as everyone is looking at saying, it seems like everyone's looking around saying like, what the fuck? And I step up and I say, I recognize that this is a very difficult thing. I claim ownership over my brother, and I believe that we can fix him. I'm sorry that I did not discuss this more with you, but I feared for our safety if I did not ask for action more rapidly. I must believe that my brother Brick would do the same thing were the situation reversed. For me.
Not for you, motherfuckers. But yes, for Feld, maybe Birch, because I'm warming to him.
I would like you all to know that I don't care what curse I'm under. I don't care what spell I'm under. None of you have the right to kill me under any circumstances. You do not get the go-ahead. No,
what would you wish to have done if you were under a destructive curse?
Doesn't matter. Can't kill me. I'm your friend and buddy Birch.
All right.
Prison it is.
Well, it is that magical time of night, guys, where now that's that. We're going to go ahead and call it here tonight. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brutes, for a fantastic episode. This went like insane, and I can't believe that this shit just happened. But sometimes when I literally had no plan for a session tonight, I was just going to play this shit out and see what happens.
What's going to happen at the church, right? I mean, that's where we're at next.
Yeah. And next week is part 2 of Brutes Anatomy. So it's going to be.
We got to do that now. Well,
first Lorenzo has to take him to get the reward.
Do we go back where we were, or do we have to go? Because
we'll talk about this in the group. Okay.
Obviously, it's time for Frankenbrutes.
Frankenbrutes, yeah. I mean, it's getting to be the fall. Halloween's coming. So
we attached Brother Rufus's head to his body. Now we're going to attach Brick's head to someone else's body.
The body of a weak little human. I will find a way to murder.
I don't know.
Brick always wanted to be an 8-foot Goliath.
Yeah.
Brick always wanted to be a squatty white guy, 5'2" and change.
He's going to be our new donkey.
Yeah, the pre-super soldier serum Steve Rogers. Yeah. All right.
Guess what, Earl?
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys, everybody on the chat tonight. Y'all rock. It's so much fun having people in the chat. Oh, and it's not showing everything that's already transpired here. I was trying to bring up what had already been said, but thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Once again, I am DM Greg. I have been your Dungeon Master tonight. I am So, I hope if you enjoyed this tonight, maybe I can come and run a game for you guys. Look me up at mastermindadventures.com. I'm taking bookings again starting in October. Join me for the Secrets of the Barrow Maze. We will be back next Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 Pacific on Monday nights, so 7 to 10. We will continue. And it's going to be really interesting to see where we go from here. I think that because these are side quests and that these are not meant to be the main plot line, we're going to do a little bit of Jedi mind trick hand waving with how the timeline all plays out. But we will hopefully have... I'm going to talk with the party, and we're going to figure out how the hell we're going to handle this, because this just got, weird. But yeah, we will be back next week. I hope you'll join us. And until then, thanks again from all of us here at the Brute Squad to you. And
the upper body of a dragonborn, the lower body.
We have to acknowledge that. Bravo.
Bravo. Is amazing.
All righty, guys. Well, we'll see you next week, and until then, roll them 20s. Good night, all.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.